All right, and we are rolling. So, hey everyone, welcome back to chapter 32 of the Song of the Wilds.
Woo!
Oh my god!
I once again asked something that I've asked every session. How in the bloody hell did we get this far?
Magic.
Because you're a good ass DM. That's
Oh,
why.
Stop.
Hey,
That too.
Pharaoh's watching us. Yay!
Oh, I get it.
Pharaoh! I love you!
I also have 2 screens today, so this will be fun. So I can always keep you guys here and have my thing up here.
Big gamer girl hours.
Gamer girl hours, y'all. I did
Oh, the
start
gamer girl hours are
streaming this
real.
past week or so. Started off hectic, and then it's been leveling out. So that was fun.
That.
Proud of you.
Nice. All right, so
If I have a new Twitch stream I need to follow.
so like I said, oh, and the Hemmington's here. Nice to have you here.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I think that, I'm sorry. Hi,
Hello.
Mom.
Alrighty, like always, I am Evan, I am your Dungeon Master, and these are all the masochists who decided to join up with my campaign. Why they did this, I still don't know to this day.
Because we love you.
We are officially...
I love you so much.
Today's kind of a big day. For one thing, we will be starting a brand new arc in Song of the Wilds, which is definitely going to be something exciting. However, I would like to personally have one announcement be done here before we get started, but I don't think it's something that I can say myself. I think it is something that our dear friend Sabrina should certainly announce. She certainly told us a couple days ago in the Discord. Sabrina,
Yeah.
if you would care to please announce if you feel good enough about it to announce it.
I am feeling fabulous about it. So, I was recently in the hospital. I have cancer, as everybody here knows. My scans were compared to the scans that I had from when I was first diagnosed. My tumors have shrunk by 5 centimeters.
Yay.
I'm on an experimental drug that's I'm one of 300 people are taking, and it is working for me. And I'm so happy. They said within 2 years I could be cancer free.
Wow.
Guys, we got a special human in the chat today. Can we get some special humans in the chat? Say special humans celebration.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Absolutely.
It is the best news I've had all year.
And it is definitely news that is well deserved.
Considering 2020, this is phenomenal news.
Yes.
Like, it's
Yes.
great news to begin with.
Best
like,
news
great
you
news
could
to begin with.
ever have.
Phenomenal for 2020.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Our
It
friend
shocked
Pharaoh's
me.
going crazy in the chat right now.
Love you.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Well, we're definitely happy for you, Sabrina. When you first told us, when you first told me you wanted to know if it was okay for you to announce this to the chat, and then you told me what it was, and I was like, dude, you post that. You post that
Yeah,
fucking now.
I wasn't sure if I was allowed to post in add everybody in the chat or not. So.
Oh, no, for news like that, yeah, you spam the hell out of everyone.
Most
Well, thank
definitely.
But yeah, Sabrina, we're definitely happy for you, and still, once again, it is an honor to have you in our campaign. Malice's arc may be over for now, but this will certainly not be the last time that we see Malice. And as always, you're always
Hear from Malice.
Or hear from Malice, yes. And as always, you are always more than welcome to sit in on sessions as well.
Of course.
And we have Aaliyah.
There's Aaliyah.
Yeah. My Anna is here. All right. Are there any other little announcements to be had before we get started?
I have a new magic.
Izzy, you're muted.
That is all.
Izzy, just leave yourself unmuted.
Well, I was typing, and I know I get annoyed when I hear other people type, so I muted myself. But I'll remember to unmute when I'm not typing. Anyways, I wanted to say that my cats just came out with holiday kitty prints.
Yeah, freaking adorable.
I thought you were gonna say your cat just came out, and I was like, wow, congratulations, so brave.
Congrats.
And I really think
Brave.
that
Stunning and brave.
I really think that Theo is queer. We're really thinking because he really likes dudes. He gives two shits about girls, but he really likes dudes whenever they come
I was just
over.
joking about the coming out thing, but okay.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you know, 2-in-1 announcements. So let's celebrate Theo coming out by buying his kitty prints. I just had him.
Yay!
It's like Captain Hammer with the flashcards, like, my cat Theo is coming out. With new prints.
Just wait, here, you gotta see him. Let me find him.
And they're awesome.
Hey, wait, Josh,
so
you might want to turn yourself up. You're coming in actually very quiet. Hold on, give us just a moment. We're checking levels. Like, hold on, do
We're
I
level
have-
9.
Put your mic in front of you, Josh.
It is in front of me.
Now it is. That's better.
It is better, yeah.
Well, I unplugged it and I plugged it back in.
Okay.
Did the whole-
Actually, you're coming in great now.
I did the whole
Yeah, you're
turning
good
it
now.
off and turning it back on thing.
Hey, that works.
Look at Luna. It's my kitty.
Aww.
The
So
glare,
cute.
but go to their Instagram and you'll see the previews. McLean Cats, everybody.
The cat has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, fucking dope.
I mean, if anybody
Only
wants to have
Nyans.
the Luna
Only
and Theo
Nyans.
OnlyFans,
And if
anybody wants the link, DM me on Instagram
At Izzy Cosplay.
at Izzy Cosplay. Follow me, trying to get to 1.5K by the end of the year. Currently at 1.25. So get on
Izzy's
it.
a lot
I
more
have
talented than
Cheez-Its.
I am, so she should have a lot more fans than I do. So get on that,
I'm
everybody.
making another dress.
Aww.
Cheez-Its. I have Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Is that another? Oh, I know who that is. All right, I'm excited
Just
about
don't
it.
say anything. You can.
I
you can
won't,
Send
I
me
won't.
send me your guess. I want to know what your guess is. If anybody can guess, type it in the chat.
Is it something from Collaborative Chaos?
Yes.
I know exactly who it is.
Of course.
All right. So yeah, congratulations on your cat's amazingness, Izzy. Are there any
Thanks.
other little announcements before we get? Yes, Josh.
I've got my holiday hoodie as I'm wearing it right now.
Yes,
I want
you
one
do.
so bad. I want one so bad.
That's so
And you-
cute. It's a Christmas tree.
It's a Christmas
Yeah.
tree,
Yeah.
and it's a Twitch one, so you got like the computer screen right there. You've got the mics, you got the mouses, and you got the headsets. You can actually get this for like $37.50 along with a cup, which is normally a $60 deal, and you can get it for $37.50 right now at my merch store, merch.streetwellness.com/JoshTheHuman.
Which I help run. I have not done a lot. I have not done a lot for it in a while though, because I've been very busy. But
Yes, you have. It's all good.
Alrighty, so some definite good merch that has been coming out. We love hearing about merch.
And it's super comfy. Like, this is like some of the most comfy.
I can vouch for it. My Bubba hoodie is one of my favorite things to wear. I like living that hoodie.
You're welcome.
You didn't
I have
buy it for
another actual
I thought I
announcement.
did.
No. I
When you
bought that
think
with
you
my
bought a
own
gift.
money,
Oh.
whore.
I have another
Awkward.
actual announcement.
Speak.
I get to go back to work tomorrow. Yay!
Making
Yeah.
money.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have an
I
interview
also
tomorrow.
got paid like I
Nice.
also got paid. I think it was like $480 some while
Oh,
in
not tomorrow,
quarantine
Tuesday.
because paid time off.
Oh,
Starbucks treats me good, man. They actually care about their employees, unlike my last job.
Oh,
oh.
I could tell
Yeah,
you stories.
that Washington-based company is actually pretty good. I've had like many friends work through Starbucks and actually work their ways up, and like they really do treat their employees very well.
And Carly and I have a friend at our favorite Starbucks who we literally named the Bear.
His name is Aaron. He's a delight.
But he is a bear.
He's like a gigantic, like very hetero kind of maybe homosexual. We can't really tell.
Carly, where are you going with this?
I don't.
Yeah.
He could be anything.
Odd day, okay.
He's a ditto. Our Starbucks is being given to us by a ditto.
Okay.
I'm very tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Carly and I... Oh, man. Carly and I did a lot of stuff today. She had a long shift. I did a lot of driving and cleaning and laundry and whatnot. So, yeah, today's going to be dope. But I do promise you guys this session will still be... Yeah, I'll say this much. There's not going to be any combat this session unless you guys decide
Thank
to
God.
suddenly go murder hobo on me.
Anybody want to go raid a jewelry store?
I don't know about
Me.
you guys, but I could use a break
Cool.
from combat for an
Noted. I
episode.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
right.
don't worry. This session's gonna be more lore centric than gameplay centric. So
Cool.
this is gonna be a breather episode as we begin the next arc.
Hmm.
That being said, though, last call. Does anyone have any announcements? All right.
Yeah, we got one more. I see him. Just speak.
Okay. Well, I made it over 1,000 followers on TikTok.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, and Liam, didn't you recently debut a comic on Webtoon?
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. It got a little overshadowed because of all my videos on TikTok that got super big. It was crazy.
Yeah,
But,
you had one of yours animated essentially.
Yeah. I've actually had 2 animated now. It's pretty cool. You can see them all on my TikTok. Just go to @LikeTheWatcher and you can find all that stuff. But yeah, my comic Sunscreen actually finally released. The first episode is finally out, and you can go find it on Webtoons. All you have to do is just type in Sunscreen, and it's going to be the one that just says Sunscreen and has 3 exclamation points in the title. That's basically where you need to find it. So it's already got 5 watchers, which is pretty cool.
I'm one of them.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna subscribe to it right now.
So 6 now.
I love me a good webtoon.
Yeah, Carly
Yeah,
and I are
it's-
obsessed with Webtoon.
It is a
I'm
comic.
obsessed with Lore Olympus. That's the only thing I
I-
actively read now.
It's
I
very
have
different from Lore
problem.
Olympus. It's a it's a sports comic about girls surfing.
Oh, I would dig the shit out of that. I've always wanted to learn how to surf.
All right. Are there any other little announcements?
I have one.
Yes.
I just recently applied to be the lead store associate at my work.
Hey.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of you, sweetie.
Recommended.
Get a room.
I'm so proud of you, baby.
I thought he literally was gonna go, I'm so proud of you, bitch.
That's what I thought too.
That's where my mind's going.
I love you, bitch.
We're
I
thinking
love
of
you,
too
bitch.
much.
I ain't never gonna stop loving you.
You
Bitch.
We broke him.
It was recommended by my.
I guess, guys, that's the end of the stream. We've broken our DM, so I hope you all have a great night.
Yep,
It
that
was
was section
recommended
31.
by my
or
DM.
32.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. My just.
I was sitting there like, oh my god, poor Carly.
So, Carly, just reiterate. What was that last thing you said? Just so everyone hears
My
it.
job, to fill out the application, was recommended by my district manager. So yeah.
Nice. So, Carly's moving on up.
Because I really hope that they don't just blow me off after I fill out the application.
All right.
D&D
Are there...
Our D&D mom said that Carly's being the sugar mama in real life.
All right. Final call. Are there any other little announcements?
Do you have any announcements, Evan?
I amazingly do not, other than for us who have pre-ordered it, Cyberpunk 2077 is finally going to come out in 4 days.
You say
Yes.
that.
So
So
However,
excited.
for those of you who have it pre-ordered on Google Stadia, you get to play it in 3 days at 6 p.m.
So no one.
Hey, you guys got to wait to download your 43 gig day one patch. I'm going to be playing it right away.
But then when I get home, I'm playing it with you.
No, you're not, bitch. I'm locking the fucking door. You are not getting in here.
Oh.
You fucking told me.
Ooh.
Get him!
Fight!
Get 'em!
Fight!
Get 'em!
Okay,
Fight,
this is the
fight, fight.
I want to say this is the first.
You told me that I can play with you.
Yeah, I did. On your own.
I want to say
computer.
this is the
Oh, wait,
first
your
time in
laptop's
history anyone has ever fought over a Google Stadia.
You wanna Don't look at them.
Right.
First time in
Please, please.
history anybody's had a Stadia.
Yeah, I know. I think Evan is the only person who has a Google Stadia.
She hit him! Guys,
Did she
somebody,
actually hit him?
is anybody clipping this?
Yo, somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
I might.
It'll be needed in the lawsuit. Clip that. It'll be needed in the lawsuit.
What should I title it?
Carly goes
Domestic
nuts.
abuse.
Ow.
DM gone wild.
Player gone wild.
Kira and Jordan will be here soon.
Oh, this session's gonna turn out great.
Already, it's already great. It's already wonderful. It's already amazing.
Oh my god, they're still going?
All right, thank you
That's
everybody
what
for
she
watching.
said.
Please follow us on Song of the Wilds on
Yeah, follow on
Instagram.
social media.
Yeah.
Just remember, don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh man. Okay.
Kira
What happens
and
in Fight Club
Jordan,
stays in Fight Club.
Yeah, Kira and Jordan will be
Wait,
here.
what am I titling this? I need someone to give me a title.
Fight Club.
Davina Rage.
Song of the Wild.
So,
Rage.
Evan, Song of the Wilds.
So yeah, Song of the Wilds. Although Lauren did point out one thing, unfortunately, it looks like our players Kira and Jordan are running late right
Oh, yeah.
now. They are
Yes.
still on the road trying to get back to either one of their places or their respective homes. I can't remember. But yeah, it's certainly all right because this session is definitely going to be one of the more easygoing ones, just more plot heavy. That being said, though, let me just quickly at Jordan and Kira just to see if I can get an update on their status.
Now that the Davina
Hey,
raid is
bitch,
over.
where my money at?
That's my fucking money, Daddy.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
Oh, they just messaged like at 6:51 when we already started the stream. So yeah, they're still on their way. Okay. Alrighty. So we can still get started. I'll fill in for both Eden and Atarax, which is gonna be tricky.
I'll meet
Alrighty. One final call. Are there any other announcements?
The shop, my shop has it tomorrow is the last day for 30% off the entire store. That includes
Ooh.
Song of the Wild merch, kitty stickers, random bookmarks that I created, and other cool queer things. So,
Yeah.
Izzyvid's Creations on Etsy. Go check it out now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Last call.
You've said last call like 3 times.
I know. Well, because people don't.
Oh, I got one.
That's all this is gonna be.
So you guys have been wanting an artist or an animator, right? For Song of the Wilds?
What?
We kind of joke about how some
What?
epic
We were
scenes could be
joking
animated,
about
but
it,
that's
but go
it.
on.
I went to college for animation for 4 years. I know how to animate. I know how to do a lot of that stuff. I'm getting a brand new tablet that I can draw on in January for Christmas. It's going to be a late Christmas for me, but I'm getting a new tablet. So when I get those programs, you give me episodes and clips that you want animated. I will make you, because I want to make a opening for you guys. Like I want to make like a
I would
Song of
flip
the
my fucking
Wilds
shit.
opening for you guys already.
I'll make it easy for you. If you want to look up moments that we like to have animated, just go to the quotes channel in the Discord.
Well, she still would need to know where they are.
Yeah, I need like time.
No, I think it'd be funnier if she did not have the context. let's just see what happens.
I'll send you some clips. I'll send you some
Okay.
time codes, some past episodes.
Yes.
We
send me
at least need the
timestamps.
scene of Polo breaking old Joe's gun and using it to...
I personally want. I just want Beastmaster saying, "Where are my ho ho ho?"
Oh, yeah.
Can I have
Or-
the can I live out my anime dream and have it be the scene where Davina's dancing with Navarre, and it's very like reminiscent of like
Labyrinth.
I was gonna say Host Club, but sure.
Host club. Okay. But yeah, so I wanted to make that
And
announcement.
Davina banging on the wall,
Yeah.
jumping on the bed.
But I wanted to make that announcement because I just got confirmation today that I am getting that tablet, and so yay, that was my like second. When you put me on the spot for the cancer one, I was like, do I announce the tablet?
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer
no.
like you just get all of your announcements that you think are good enough.
Yeah, well, that was the only one that I actually had planned today. So.
Nice.
All right, you're free. I'm done.
All right. I'm just gonna assume none of you have any more announcements.
No.
I love you all.
Actually, I'm joking, Evan. Don't kill me. Don't
You're
kill
not
me,
even
please.
playing yet. All right. So yes, unfortunately, we'll get started right now. Not Izzy. Kira and Jordan will be joining us later. But for now,
I'm right here.
I know, I meant Kira. For now, we shall continue with The Song of the Wilds, Chapter 32, The Wanderer. There we go. Where we last left off our intrepid group of hunter warriors simply known as D. They had finally encountered the dreaded White Fang in a massive inner sanctum inside of a mountain that looked kind of like a nature-filled throne room. After a very hectic battle, some very close calls, and quite a few lucky rolls in this fight, Polo apparently got the genius idea of actually trying to use the orb itself on a living creature. And miraculously, and I'm claiming this, it was much more of a surprise to me than it was to any of you guys, his plan frickin' worked. And somehow, through like a lucky couple natural 20s and another high roll here and there, White Fang was able to be successfully purified from whatever savage corruption seems to be plaguing the rest of all wildlife in the world. With a very tense promise to never again attack the village of Aspen, and using White Fang's tail as a seal for the promise, Malice, as well as the rest of the party, was willing to allow White Fang to roam free. As to where he is going, no one knows for certain. However, it was also there that it was finally revealed to the party that the owlbear was not the only god that was in their presence. As it turned out, Eden's small fox companion Axel turned out to be not just a mere fox, but a god and the king of all animals and monsters alike, Ratask. And it was Ratask who let them know how gruesome and how important their mission is to keep the owlbear god alive. And once again reiterating that their enemy is truly this goddess of nature, Persera, as well as her dreaded right hand, the Beastmaster. It was there that the party finally decided to return to the village of Aspen, where a now slightly more recovered Songven was waiting for them. Good feelings were shared all around. Firefur was once again let loose as it was finally solidified that this would be a companion for Mistral to have. And it was there that everyone finally decided to feel some very good cheer that maybe things are not going to be so bad in the coming journeys and such. And that is where we leave off. If you will allow me to take a moment to find the playlist again. Here we go. So, Group D of the Greyblades. You find yourself still at the city of Aspen. The sun has set. You have, while you were busy having celebrations around with the village, food was hashed, good drink was had. Songven was allowed to be outside during this time, though everyone was being super delicate with her, but she insisted, and I stress the word insisted, wanted to be out there to see everyone's good cheer and such. It is there that you all have decided that you will indeed spend the night in Aspen, just so that you can finally get all kinds of goodbyes and any kind of loose ends tied that you see fit. And the next day is when you will finally once again board your airship and head back to the city of Akeron. So, in this beautiful starry night in the snowy village where there's a massive bonfire and nothing but positivity around, what do you guys do?
I have a side question that I just realized we never asked.
Which is what?
What is the name of Old Joe's ship? Does it even have a name?
It's called Old Joe's ship.
The Old Joe's ship is named the Albatross.
Oh.
Davina, write that
You're
down.
an albatross.
Albatross!
Oh my god. Alright.
By the way, now I officially declare it canon, and if there was ever a live-action version of Song of the Wilds, Old Joe is played by John Cleese.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're casting everything now as we're playing.
Can young Joe be played by like a younger version of Fabio?
Oh yeah, it's totally Fabio.
Like
Bit of a
young
change of
Fabio.
actor,
Like we
but
have to go
alright.
back in time, pick him up, and like bring him to and
Oh
You
yeah,
are
absolutely.
Young Joe.
His hair is consistently has a slow motion charm on it. Okay, yes, Davina.
I want to pull Mistral aside during all of the fun and like partying and stuff and just ask, out of curiosity, what did you say to them in your goodbyes?
You're still muted for some reason.
Oh, why?
No,
Oh
she's
wait,
not.
now
She's
we can.
not.
now we can hear you.
No, I was.
You're
I
just
was
far
not-
away from the mic.
Hello, Davina. How are you doing today?
I'm
really good, Mistral. How are you?
I would like a Whopper. Whopper, no onion.
You beat me by
This is
1
Josh's
second.
time.
Why do you want to know?
Chicken tenders.
Look at all them chickens.
Okay, Davina,
My
you're
name
talking
is
to
Beef.
Mistral. What is it?
I'm sorry. It's my favorite part in the entire bit. I'm just curious because it looked like you guys were having a really touching moment. If you don't want to tell me, it's fine. I'm sorry if I'm crying.
I mean, hold on. What did I say?
I didn't write it down, hon. I'm sorry.
Chicken.
Wait, it's in
I
your
wrote it
DM.
down. I know.
It's
That's what I'm
Okay.
that's what I'm going. Nothing was planned. I
Oh,
swear.
no, nothing at all was planned.
Anyways, what was your question?
It just, you guys looked like you were having a really sweet moment, and I was just curious about what was.
Oh, well, you know, like, we have a past, and I'm just, like, you know, giving them, like, a warm goodbye. They seem so stressed about everything. Everything's been happening all at once, and I just wanted to let them know that they would, you know, find true happiness in this world one day, and that I hope that we meet again. I mean, wouldn't you wish that upon somebody?
I would.
Uh-huh. You would?
I'm sorry. I have weird question. Are you sure that you've never been in the Belmaris, like, any parties?
Oh, I'm 100% sure.
Even when we were children?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you have an ancestor who might have been involved?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that what you said sounded very familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, folks, this wasn't planned at all.
Oh God!
God, Mistral is like.
Roll for it.
Mistral is like the typical J.J. Abrams mystery box character. Jeez.
You're welcome. I'm hoping you appreciate that. I mean, I've met a lot of people. I'm sure with their status, must have met them before.
Okay. I'll be right back. I could go see if I still have something. Davina walks away.
Mistral is just like, what was this conversation?
All right,
Roll insight.
Davina, you quickly scramble back to the airship, which is now temporarily parked itself right at the village gate. You scramble into the ship. Old Joe is sitting there, like, just sitting on, like, a pile of rope. He's taking a nap.
As I get on the ship, I'm just like, oh my God. And I
Which one?
Yes.
Nord!
The orb.
Fuck you, Nord!
Fuck you, Nord!
And I run.
Oh.
At this point, the only god we're worshiping is the owl bear. So, I mean,
Oh my Albert God. And I run.
Hey, Leah,
back.
where's your owlbear, Leah?
Yeah,
Also,
where's your
also-
owlbear, Leah?
Where's your owlbear?
Gee. It's almost somebody got you that. I wonder who it was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Insight check that shit. 3.
3.
Ah,
You don't know shit, DM.
Josh over here looking a little sus.
Oh, wait.
Just
hold on.
saying.
Hold on, I'm just looking at the chat, and it says she gave her recipe out of this world brownies.
You know, I'll just say this much: there might be a future stream where we actually take a break from playing Song of the Wilds and we all just play Among Us.
Yeah,
That would be
What
amazing.
to do?
Just to give us a break from all of the constant storytelling and the role playing and such.
I can.
When are you
host the
gonna do your
server.
Untitled Goose campaign, Evan?
I'm still working on it.
I'm working on it.
All right,
Stuff along with
Davina, the object that you're looking for, you quickly go into like your own little section of the ship where you kind of have more or less some of the things that you yourself have put away. Roll me an investigation check.
Alrighty. If this goes south, Izzy, I'm so sorry.
this whole thing would be for nothing.
What did you roll?
Do a good job.
What did you
Got
roll?
20.
Can I have it with advantage because she thinks she knows where it is?
What did you roll first?
What?
Davina! Davina!
I should say no. But you know what? You brought up a good point. Since this should be something that you yourself have put away, it does make sense for you to have advantage. So I will allow it this one time. But if you roll okay, I'll say this much. If you roll anything below a 5, we're moving on.
Okay, I got a 14.
Okay. Oh man.
Thank you, Jeebus.
I was like, Izzy, I'm so sorry.
I would have been like, you made me stressed out.
You shuffle around some boxes and you kind of remember like a vague spot of where you kind of put some of the junk that you found. And that's where you find a small, what looks like a polished red chest. Not exactly like tall, it's a little more flat, but it's wide. And you, Davina, know exactly what this is.
I opened that shit.
I
And
wonder what
Wow.
it is.
a very small, very dainty, almost for like a little girl's tiara.
Le gasp.
I wonder what that is.
Congratulations, Davina. You've been elected Miss Song of the Wilds.
Oh, that brings back horrible.
I want a recount.
All right.
I'm sorry, there's been a mistake. I'm sorry. No.
Moonlight won Miss Song of the
Moonlight
Wild.
And I put it in. We all have like bags, right? We all
Yeah,
have bags?
you all have bags. Eden has the only bag, like an actual backpack, as
Okay.
well as her bag.
I put it
And
very-
I can't remember who specifically has the bag of holding.
Eden.
Kira.
Eden has the bag. Eden has all the bags. Okay.
Kind of. Yeah.
Is
She's
Eden the pack
basically our
mule of
convention
the troop?
boyfriend. She just
Kinda,
collects
Eden's-
things.
He
as
has
we
both
go.
Kira and Eden. They have both the gods. They have all the packs. They really are just the pack mule.
All right, so Davina,
Sure,
what do you do?
I take the tiara and I put it gently in my bag.
All right. With gentleness, you climb back out of your little spot inside the cargo hold of the ship. You make your way off the ship and back into the village of Aspen. You haven't missed anything. They're still dancing. The bonfire is still roaring. The food is still plentiful. Mistral is just kind of standing there, still with a slightly confused face of, what the hell is she doing?
Plans.
Well, enact your plans, Carly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm standing here like.
Menacingly.
I was gonna wait to get later, but okay. I pull Mistral aside and I take out the tiara and I say, "You remember this?"
What? No, that was Izzy saying what, because I was mumbling to myself as a joke. And I go, where
Can I
did you
come
get
into
this?
A little princess gave this to me.
Oh, princess! I bet she was
I
cute.
love that movie.
She was
The
very
little princess.
A little birdie gave it to me. Thank you,
Yip.
Yip.
Hold on. I can't hear Davina. I don't know what's going on. Okay, start over.
He said, a princess gave this to me at a party at the Belmaris Keep, their spring home, when I was very young, and she said that she hoped I would have a good life and that she would see me around.
She must be a really nice person to say that. Did you see her around like she said?
Oh, I did.
Oh, this must be wonderful.
And I pull Mistral into the biggest hug and I whisper, "I'm really happy that we found each other again."
Can I just point out, Michelle's probably standing there, like, you know, those like typical like anime hugs with like she brace and like the person's arms are like, oh my god, what's going on?
Yep.
Oh, hug. Okay.
Davina be like, you are my little pog champ. Come here.
You are my little pog champ. Come here.
Oh, this is happening. Oh, we're hugging. Oh,
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
Great.
we are.
This is okay.
How many cookies did you eat?
None.
If she had, she'd probably be more willing to hug.
None.
And so Miss Shaw's just standing there, like, so how long are we going to do this?
It can be over if you want it to be.
That'd be fine, you know, if that's okay with you.
And I pull away, and without any other word, I walk away.
Cool. So that just happened. I look down at the firefighter, and I'm like, that just happened. I'm glad you could witness that, and you did nothing. But okay, we'll talk about this later.
All right.
Can I walk in? Can I walk in and be like, if there's one thing I've learned about this troop is that you must learn to lighten up.
You know what?
Fuck you.
Sounds like a sound.
Look at you.
I was gonna say,
Polo.
you know what?
No
That
one was even talking to you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, this. Did we lose our DM? What the fuck
I
happened?
don't even know. Evan, where did you go?
He's gone without a trace.
Evan,
One of my dice fell under my desk.
You pay half my rent. Get back.
I thought you did like full ostrich where you just stuck your head in the ground.
No. One of my dice fell under my desk. I'm good. So please continue.
But anyways, I just go, you know what? Lighten up. That sounds like a great idea. And Mistral just like casually just steps aside and just pulls out like a nice cookie out of her bag.
Whatever does it for
You're gonna
you.
get lit up in this bitch.
At that moment, a couple of the villagers walk up to Mistral.
Oh God, no!
And they look
Yes.
at these cookies.
Oh, this should be fun.
I know where this is going.
And they're wondering like, "Oh, what delicacies are these?" says one of the tabaxi.
Now, Miss Mistral, are you going to share?
Yeah,
You know, I
Oh
would,
my
sh-
God.
I would share. I would. I'm a sharing person. I share everything.
Except
As
your
you know.
backstory.
Yep, my friends. I share everything. But you know, these things I shouldn't. They were given to me by a dear friend, and they must be cherished. I only have a few. I
Can
don't
I
think
do a
I have enough
deception
to
check?
go around.
Can I do a deception check saying that
Don't you
I
do a
was the dear
perception?
friend?
Cookies. You give cookies to everyone that aboards our
Davina,
air-
Davina.
Davina's not in this scene anymore. It's just me.
Davina.
I know.
Well, I was gonna
No.
be like, Davina, you had your time to talk to me. You said your piece.
Okay,
No, but seriously, can I do a deception check saying that I was the dear friend? And I'm like, oh no, go ahead, share it with these wonderful people.
All right, yeah. Polo, roll a deception check.
Okay, this is great. I hardly ever get to use my deception, and it's a +6.
Oh.
Oh no.
Can I?
That is an 18 I just got.
Can I try to use his as a checkpoint? I don't if this makes sense, and try to persuade the villagers saying, no, I don't think you're gonna kill
Yes, you can do that. So roll a perception.
DC
So
18.
roll a persuasion check. The DC is 18.
use anything above an 11. Oh, yes! Yes, I got an 11, which brings me to 20.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the villagers of Aspen seem to pick up the gentle little subtleties that Polo is full of shit, and that.
What's the point of having a +6?
Oh, you'll get your
You
time.
don't have
dude.
a +9.
You'll get your time.
Get that
dude.
nat 20 plus a
Anything
6.
higher than a 6 on any of like my rolls. Or no, excuse me, anything higher than a freaking 5.
Now, so the villagers, respecting Mistral's wishes, they politely bow and they back away from her, knowing that these cookies of hers, while special, are unfortunately off limits, but she does give a very persuasive reason as to why. As time goes on, the party itself seems to die out as everyone slowly begins to meander back to their huts. The shaman woman carries Songven, who is able to put her feet on the ground, but you can obviously tell that the shaman is carrying the majority of Songven's weight. You can kind of see that she can't seem to put her weight fully on her own feet. She's still very weak, but she is very slightly more mobile now. Songven walks up to Mistral and just goes, "So what's gonna happen now?" Malice?
For me, you said Mistral.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Malice. That's on me.
Too.
Oh.
Yeah,
I-
we were waiting for Mistral.
I wholeheartedly apologize. I was talking to Malice.
Okay.
That's
I
on
see
me.
how it is.
Okay. Well, little Sonvin. Mistral and Firefur are probably going to leave in the morning. I'm going to go with them to pick up our ship. It should be done with repairs. And I'm going to bring something back for you. And I'm going to bring some stuff back for the village. Because the winged woman over there, Miss Davina, gave us enough money to get some repairs done for the village. So,
hearing this, Songvin's eyes light up, showing just a little bit more energy behind her expressions, and it's again another little wholesome reminder that she is going to be just fine. Did we lose someone?
No?
yeah, you lost me. Give me a second.
Oh, fuck.
No, you're still there.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
back.
Just
You're
switch
back.
places.
Yeah, but like my Zoom closed, so all I caught was Sonven's eyes, and then
Oh.
it closed.
Sorry, Songvin's eyes kind of brighten up a little, showing that she's recovered a bit more energy to at least emote a bit better, and it's again another little wholesome reminder that she's gonna be just fine.
Okay.
That's all.
Alright. Well, thank you, little one. I'm going to offer my tent to Miss Mistral, our friend, because I'm going to stay in the med tent with you. So I'm going to walk over to Mistral.
Songvin, before you leave, gives you a very weak but very heartfelt, like one-armed hug. Her arm is still very frail and shaky, but she's doing her best, and the shaman was helping her a little bit before they both turn around and the shaman helps Songvin back into their hut.
Okay.
At this time, the villagers have pretty much all returned to their respective huts. Does everyone just decide to retire for the night, or do you all want to mill about for just a little bit longer?
I'd like to try to talk to the orc.
All right. Well, before we get to that, Malice already said that you wanted to do something with Mistral, correct?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to go find Mistral and try and talk to her for a little bit.
All right. You find Mistral just kind of sitting slightly by her lonesome, just kind of munching on a cookie. She seems kind of
Strung
spaced.
out?
She seems kind of spaced out, but not in the high way. It's more like a residential street. I'll see myself out.
No, get back here. So, Mistral, I know you don't like being called princess, but
You've learned so good.
you know I only do it to tease.
Yes, but when you do it in front of people that don't know anything, it's
The
doesn't
ultimate
make sense.
abusive husband statement. You know, I only do.
Jeez.
That got dark.
That got, yeah, like that escalated
dark,
quickly,
yeah.
but
Sorry.
anyway. Mistral, I have a cabin here in Aspen, and I know you're used to being on your own a lot. I can even see it within your group. They don't know much about you. I'm going to offer you mine and Sonvin's cabin to sleep by your lonesome tonight. I'm going to stay in the med tent with her. And in the morning, when you guys leave, will you please take me with you so I can pick up my ship?
yes.
Because as you guys remember, when you first met Malice, she was able to get her to Akeron on her own. So her airship is still there.
Yeah, we gotta go get it. So
Fucking Zoom closed on me again. All I heard was yes.
I mean, that's my answer.
That was her
yes.
answer, so you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
She's a woman of few words.
Apparently.
Few words and few details.
Yes, Davina.
After this, I would like to go up to Arios and.
Don't you try to crash my cabin and have naughty time.
Oh no! Man,
Naughty
she's
time.
gonna ask.
Naughty
put
time.
that.
Naughty time. Naughty
Naughty
time.
time.
Naughty time.
Yeah. So somebody clip Izzy saying naughty time. That was really funny.
And Davina's gonna ask Arios to dance. You perv.
Dance.
And then naughty time?
Do we need a performance check?
Well, I will be the judge of that. Davina, you walk up to Arios, who just finished having a chat with a couple other tabaxi, just kind of checking in on their status and such. Arios turns around.
I look up at Davina because I see her and I say, Davina, don't kill him.
No promises.
Davina wants snoo snoo. Arios,
the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
But the body is not.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and weak.
Arios, you turn around and Davina's right there.
Are there any words that are gonna come
Are there any words?
Oh, hello, beautiful.
It's like if a member of the WNBA was dating a jockey.
Arios, would you like to dance?
Well, I would love to.
Cool.
Coco pushes a button on his chest and slow dance music starts to play.
Okay, so Coco is a giant Bluetooth speaker, and all of a sudden just slow music just starts emanating out of his body, much like how
Just throw lore out the window at this point.
I love that.
Yeah, this is the same logic, how it's basically canon how heavy metal just comes out of Doom Guy's body in Doom.
Right. Or that
You mean
or
that's
that Yip
not
is a member
canon?
of OSHA.
I thought that was the entire thing, was that it comes out of his body. It just he's so hardcore he emits heavy metal music.
He does. Coco, you select like some very nice slow dance music. Arios and Davina, hands together on one side, hand on shoulder, hand at the waist. And you just start doing a very cute little waltz in the snow. It is snowing very lightly. It is very romantic. The stars are bright this night. I would like you both to roll performance checks.
It is snowing on Mount Fuji.
It is snowing on Mount Fuji. What?
I got a 20.
Carly, don't
I love
yell.
how I can hear it from Evan.
Carly, don't yell so loud because your mic will auto-mute you if you're too loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, yeah.
I mean, I heard her, but...
I got a
Well, that's also because I think it transferred to Evan's mic.
Yeah, my
once
mic was
she
picking
got
her
moved.
up down the hall.
Yeah, because I could hear it went from the yellow square around Carly to Evan as you screamed.
I'm sorry. I got a nat 20, Mr. DM.
And Arios, what did you roll?
Welcome to Song of the Wilds ASMR.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Dirty,
You
dirty.
get that dirty.
Yeah.
Some bread and ginger shit up here.
All right, somehow, like, the music is perfect, the mood is perfect, the weather is perfect, the bonfire is perfect. Everything just aligns perfectly. And you both just have the most perfect little moment to yourselves ever. It is...
So this is how Carly and Evan dance, huh?
Is this how the straights have sex?
Right? Questions that need to be
Seriously,
asked.
guys, I'm terrible at dancing, so all I think of slow dancing is the Goombas in the Super Mario Bros.
The
movie.
Goombas,
Oh my
yes!
god, you are so cute.
I know that movie is horrible, but at the same time, I grew
Super
up with
Mario.
Super Mario Brothers, so I still kind of have a love for it.
Leah,
Sir, the Goombas have started dancing!
Love it.
Leah, if you ever want me to, because I've been dancing since I was 2, I will gladly teach you how to dance.
I mean, I'm a total klutz, but
I don't really know how to
that would be awesome.
slow dance. I know how to kind of dance, but I don't know how to slow dance.
I can waltz, and that's about it, because it's like, the simplest basic steps.
Yep.
I can swords
I
it. I can swords, dragon,
Also the
and
rest of
quiver
the-
dance in Pokemon.
I had one class of tango.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually interesting.
I used to be a professional exotic dancer.
Nice.
Well, that just topped everything here.
Yeah.
You guys have a very nice night, and after about, let's say, like an hour or so of slow dancing, you both retire to your respective rooms or to the same room. It's totally up to you guys.
Same room.
Same room. Same room.
Same room. Same room.
Co-ed.
Gentlemen,
Co-ed.
Who's to say?
I'm a gentleman.
Is it?
I don't.
Evan, is there a god of sex we don't know about or something?
That's what
Hey.
secretly Beastmaster's the god of.
He is the lord of unfiltered musk.
It's canon now.
No.
It's
Sounds
canon.
horrible.
It's canon. Is it canon?
Beastmaster is the Song of the Wild's Old Spice guy.
Yes!
Yes!
Beastmaster's played by Terry Crews.
Oh my god.
Oh, gee.
Yes.
Anywho, we gotta keep this going. I got plans for today's session. You both retire to sleep. Your room or separate rooms? Who's to say? Everyone else retired to their huts, so they don't know.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? The sun has risen on a beautiful, slightly cloudless morning. For the sake of expediency, we will say that you all are well rested. This will count as your first long rest, so you can go ahead and mark that on your sheets if you need to.
Can I still talk to the orb?
Yeah, we'll say during that night you had a chat with the orb, and I do apologize for almost skipping over that. Thank you for reminding me. What exactly... Now, this will take place in the middle of the night. You will still have your long rest. What do you say to the orb?
I guess my first question would be... you know what? I think I'm going to ask, where do you think you come from?
Gonna roll an intelligence check on the orb. Okay, so that was a 2.
Oh.
It wasted all its good rolls.
Yeah, it used up all its gold rolls last session. You're gonna have to... It needs, like, a cooldown period.
Sorry for trying to progress the plot.
Oh, don't worry. The plot will still progress. The orb... The green mist inside the sphere kind of coalesce into the outline of its face, and it just kind of looks at you with its giant eyes. Yes, very much like that. And you can see it just kind of like tilt its head at you, and you get a pretty vague sense that it knows what you're asking, but even it doesn't know the answer to that. But you can at least tell that it was able to comprehend your question.
Then let me try one more question.
All right, I'll let you have one more question, then we got to move on.
How do you think you knew how to purify White Fang?
Another intelligence roll. Oh, that was a 13. The orb just seems to kind of like look around for a moment as if gathering its thoughts before looking back up at you, and just goes, rage, not its own.
Rage not its own.
Now, Eric
Alright.
Jaws is lurking.
Lurkin.
Eric Jaws is one of our good friends, and he is also a master photographer that we all know and love.
Nice.
So yeah, that is the Owlbear's answer before the mists.
Fun fact for y'all, I've known Eric since high school.
Yeah, your guys are childhood friends. That
Another photographer.
Also, random fun fact, one of my friends matched with Eric on Tinder, I believe. Really funny because that friend is not in the cosplay community whatsoever. She's like, hey, that guy on your story looks familiar. And then she realized that they matched.
That's pretty
Anyways, I don't think they ever went on a date. Continue on with the story.
that is pretty much all of the information that you get out of the orb before the mists kind of fade away and the glow fades. And you just now get a sense that the orb is just after everything that it did with White Fang, it needs rest as well.
We talk about how freaking adorable that owlbear is.
Yeah, oh my god!
Like, I literally can't.
Alright, so back to the...
I'm pretty proud of that purchase. I'm just gonna say.
So, back to the original thing. The sun is risen. Everyone is wide awake. This will all still count as a long rest for you all. Again, for the sake of expediency, we'll say that you've already said your goodbyes to the village. Songven... Yeah, bye. Songven gives one last hug goodbye to both Malice and Mistral, knowing that Malice is going to be coming back. With that being said, all of you board the airship, and you make your way back to the city of Akeron. I will allow for one more instance of interactions between each other if you all wish to, or if you wish to get the plot moving, we can just skip all this and just arrive at Akeron. It is completely at your choice.
I have my checklist done, so I'm all good. But Coco wants one.
I just kind of want it to be said, like both the night before and also on the ride back, he's still like fiddling with the leather glove from the other night, but now it's like has a few more bits and bobbles on it. And he's like still tinkering with it, but like very focused on it.
All right.
Do with that information what you will.
All right, awesome. Any other little tidbits or interactions before you all arrive at Akeron, or will this be all?
I want to ask Mistral how Sana's doing.
Well, you would both know because she said goodbye to both of you before you all
Not
left.
Sunven.
Not Sunven.
Not Sunven.
Not Sunven.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure she's mad at me right now, but that's all I got.
What was her name?
Okay.
Nothing. You're not listening to this conversation.
Oh, I wanted to write it down for notes, but that's fine.
Well, you weren't paying attention, so I guess you'll have to watch.
Yes, you'll have to watch the VOD on
I mean, I do
Evan
anyway,
Bremer on
YouTube.
I'm so sorry. My Zoom cut out right as Carly said something.
It's no biggie. Just don't say anything else. Just
Okay.
don't.
I just.
I mean, you can. This is inner Mistral's thoughts trying to beam into your head, being like, "Oh shit, someone could be listening. Don't say
I
anything
just wanted
else."
to know for continuity. I wasn't planning anything. I just.
Anyway, I just wanted to know to see if maybe I should be worried. Should I take Sanven out to her shop?
I mean, you can. By all means, you can go check in on her. That's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you want. Just don't tell her where I am. That would be great.
Okay. Alright. Well, being as that is, please take care of Firefur.
Oh, I will. Look at it.
Any other little interactions? I will take your silences as a no.
Plot.
For the sake of expediency, once again, we will say that your 2-day travel went by without a hitch. You actually felt good enough to not stop by the old Balmaris Winter Villa. And you just decided to just beeline it straight back to Akeron.
Joe's got it.
Akeron itself, however, seems different somehow at your arrival. You notice that the streets are a little less sparse than how they typically are. When you all arrive at the airship hangar, it seems like there are still all of the people that work at the hangar, but you don't see the normal coming and going of like all the people just going in and out and going to their airships or leaving their airships and such. What I will say is, Malice, your airship is docked safely at the hangar. All repairs are done. It even got a nice new paint job on it as well, so it looks good as new.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess this is goodbye, Group D. I don't understand that name, but okay.
Oh, Malice is because we have big dick energy.
Right. I'm pretty sure you do, Princess. I'm pretty sure you
It's
do.
canon now.
I look at Malice and I say, the next time you see me, I'll have White Fang by my side.
Yeah, right. I doubt that.
Malice is like, yeah, whatever you say, boy.
I go up to Malice.
But
Okay,
if you ever want a hellhound, look me up. I know how to get them.
Understood.
At the mention, feeling like he's the one being talked about, Fizzgig, right next to Malice, suddenly just waddles over to the middle of the group and flops down on his back, demanding some last-minute belly rubs from everyone.
I'll do it.
I do it.
Well, I guess
Y'all
I
probably
gotta.
heard me, I'll do it.
You all rub this giant hellhound's belly like you're worshiping a god right now, and the dog is the altar. And the dog, his eyes are rolling back, the tongue is flopped out, and then he just
What is dog spelled backwards?
It's
God.
He looks like the dog from Coco, but just on fire.
A mixture of that dog and the giant scale hounds from the Chronicles of Riddick when he's in that prison planet.
That's exactly what I imagined.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what we were all talking about, I think. Just that on fire.
One of those big scale hounds.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the moment that...
Yes, I know what that is.
Of course, the moment Fizzgig realizes that the end of the belly rubs means the end of hanging with these people, he gets back up on all floors and... rolling a d20 here. That is a 10. So he tackles Arios to the ground and just starts giving you, the biggest tongue doggy kisses ever.
Aw, Oreos, he likes you.
That's great. He's 3 times my size.
You take 1 point of burning damage.
No.
Oh.
Worth it. Worth it.
I look at Fizzgig and I say, I told Davina not to kill him. I don't want you to either.
Because I don't think I'm gonna use it, I go up to Arios and I just give him healing hands.
Okay, Arios, that one little first-degree burn on your cheek from all of the slobber goes away, and it feels great. Finally figuring out what the situation is, Fizzgig just kind of lowers his head, his tail is between his legs, and he just kind of slowly waddles back over to Malice's side, letting out a little the entire
It's
time.
alright. It's alright.
Oh, and we lost her again. Did we lose 2 people?
No, just one.
No,
Couple people going off their video.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
so sorry.
I don't know.
guys.
Where's Lauren?
Zoom.
Oh, we missed Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were
Zoom
missing
is-
one person, but I couldn't pinpoint who it was.
There we go.
It's so hard when there's so many faces.
Oh, right.
No, we've never had this many issues before.
Well, I mean, it's hard
accidentally-
it's hard to remember who drops when there's so many faces.
Okay, yeah.
I accidentally hit the button on my earbuds to drop out of the call.
Oh, so it was a manual.
When I was playing that
It was a
game.
manual
Yeah.
error, not a disconnection. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I keep trying to match you up with the Discord so that I can point in the right direction.
With goodbyes said and slobbery doggy kisses had, Malice and Fizzgig, you once again board your ship. You give one final wave to everyone, and this is a very tiny airship. This is really meant for more for 1 or 2 people. It's like the little one-person speedboats of airship industry here. You give one final wave, and you see that ship blast right out of the hangar. That being said, though, Sabrina, you're still more than welcome to sit in on the rest of this session. You're not getting out that easily.
No,
Okay,
Sabrina,
I'll just-
get out. No, I'm kidding. We love you.
I mean,
please.
unless you get tired, then you can go to bed, but
No, I'm just gonna stay muted. I did get word from Kira and Jordan. They are super, super tired. They're not gonna make it tonight.
That is totally
Okay.
that is totally fine. Again, this is going to be more of a lore-heavy session, so they're not really going to miss too much.
they can watch the recap tomorrow on YouTube.
He's just dipping his toes into the new arc. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Scared what it is.
As you guys all watch Malice's ship leave the hangar and things are just kind of quiet, you're then reminded that things are a little quieter than normal here. And you look around and you see that and you're once again reminded that the hustle and bustle of Akeron has certainly lessened of late. And the few people that you see all seem to be going in one direction.
I don't know if I like this.
I don't.
Can I do like a weird insight check?
Insight check doesn't really work unless you were like directly addressing someone. But if you wanted
perception, yeah,
perception would be what you want.
Yeah.
Can I do that as well?
You both can roll your own perception checks.
Yeah.
Can I do that too?
Too many people. We just need to.
Okay.
Please tell me you got a better score than 2.
Yeah, I did. I got 25. Or, no, 23. 23.
Davina, get rid of that dice. It's not doing you any good tonight.
I need Kira to touch it. It's because she's not here.
All right, Coco. Activating Coco, your X-ray vision. You can actually see.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Sorry.
You can actually kind of see through the buildings, almost kind of Predator style, and you can see the outlines of like various city inhabitants. They all are indeed congregating in the same direction, and you can tell through like telescopic vision they all seem to be heading towards the main plaza of Akeron, where both the royal castle, the Greyblade headquarters, as well as the Church of Nord are. I almost said Noid.
The Noid.
Noid.
It's
No, not the
Noid.
Noid.
It's all full of Domino's pizza.
The secret eighth deity of civilization, the Noid.
The Noid.
Fuck you, Noid!
Fuck you, Noid!
You get a bad pizza. Fuck you, Noid.
So you guys see this happening. What do you do?
Let's
You
check
talk
with
to somebody?
Volthric. I feel like we should check with Volthric. I feel like he might know
Ooh,
what's
I can
going
bring
on.
him his, and I lift up the axe because I'm not fucking forgetting this, Evan. I lift up the axe and I go, I can bring him this.
I wanted to talk to.
And you see, somehow pulled out of somewhere, the giant tree-sized battle axe that somehow Davina is like has on her shoulders, and she seems more happy about carrying this thing.
I wanted to talk to Volfric anyway about what happened with the orb, so that's fine with me going to visit him.
All right. So, do you guys just decide to head to your usual headquarters?
I mean, I was gonna say that we should see if we can talk to a person to see if they, would even talk to us.
All right.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. There are still quite a lot of stragglers trying to catch up with whatever main group is up ahead.
So these people aren't like bewitched or anything.
No, they're make an
maybe
insight
trying to
check.
find out.
Make an
I was
insight
gonna say
check.
that's what I was maybe trying to see.
Okay. Well, hang on. Wait a minute. Sorry. This is my fault.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to open my character sheet.
Oh.
Skills, insight. Here we go. 14.
14 works. Huh.
Okay.
14 works. These people are definitely not bewitched. You don't get a sense of any kind of magical effect on them at all. But you do feel an air of urgency. Like these people have to be somewhere.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just walk up to a person and be like, where are you going? What you doing?
What you doing?
This one baker looks down at you, sees the badge of the Greyblades on your chest, and go, "Oh, you guys must have just arrived. The king is going to address the city." And then
There's a king?
Well, the guy's gone. He kept going.
Well, I was more asking you, but yeah, okay.
I made repeated mentions that there's the headquarters, there's the church, and there's a castle in the center
Okay.
plaza.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I say we see what the king has to say before we go visit Volfric.
I mean, Voltric might be there.
I mean, I feel like we should just go to where the commotion's happening. I feel like if there's something that, if there's something going on, Voltric is probably already there. I'm sure he's just not twiddling his thumb in his office waiting for us to show up. So,
Indeed.
Onwards and forwards to the castle? Oh, God.
Onwards and forwards to the castle.
Have fun storming the castle. Yeah.
You all make your way through the city, winding your way from the hangar through the industry section all the way to the center plaza, and you see this entire open area is completely packed with people of various sizes and shapes and races, both
creeds,
nobles and commoners and homeless
bears,
homeless beggars
Freemen.
and people who own businesses. They are all here alike.
Countrymen.
A lot of them do seem to respectfully get out of your way, seeing the badge of the Greyblades on your person, which allow you to get some way through the packed plaza, but not far a lot. You notice that the general attention of the crowd seems to be focused on the one building that you have yet to ever go, which is the castle. From where you're standing, like if you guys just kind of like look at my window for a moment, you guys are right here. Headquarters to Greyblade is right here. Church is right here. Castle is right here. So the castle is straight ahead of you, and you all came from like this area of the map.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea of like dimensions and such.
Got it.
Alright.
And it is also there as you look around, and you do not need a perception check for anyone here, but you can actually see up at the castle seems to be a giant, almost massive balcony area. And standing on this balcony area is Volthric. Though he
See? I told you. I'm sorry to interrupt.
He doesn't look like he's happy to be here. It is also here. Why do my dice keep falling?
They want to have fun.
It is also here that you see a second figure enter the balcony, and he seems to be a very old looking elven man, long thin white beard, giant hat, and he's carrying a golden staff.
It's the Pope.
It's the Pope. It's the elven Pope.
I am going to have Atarax roll a religion check. And it probably just occurred to me that since they're not going to be here, I should probably have their character sheets out.
Probably.
That might be helpful.
That might be helpful, yeah.
While you're pulling that up, Davina, I like how at the beginning of this stream, while Evan was giving the intro to the story, even though there are like 10, how many screens on here, you knew I was looking at you.
I fucking did.
All right, so Atarax rolled a 24.
Oh shit.
So he recognizes this figure as Alasun. And Alasun is the Grand Maester of the Church of Nord. He basically is the Pope.
Oh, well, now we know why Volfric doesn't want to be there.
And that's when you see a third figure walk up onto the balcony. What you see before you is a... What did I have for this guy? Let me just pull him up. Because I had this guy made for like a long time, and I remember nothing about him because I'm only just now getting to use him. Okay, why is my page taking so long to load? All right, here we go. So, standing very tall on the balcony, dressed in regal red gowns, and just has many gold chains on his person. What you see before you, you all know as the King.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you all, while you've definitely never seen him, you all have definitely heard many things about him. His name is Gahun. King Gahun has been the king for all of civilization for as long as you guys can remember. And as far as you all have known, it's only ever been him. Like, there have been kings before him, but for as long as you all have been alive, Gahun has been, like, the only king. Like, you've never got a sense that his father, if he had one, was still around. As far as you know, he's never really had any children. He's also a Goliath.
Virgin.
Yes, Polo.
I'm not trying to metagame here. I'm just trying to get some context. Was he king during Team Alpha's time?
No.
Okay.
No, Gahun was not around then. But as far as you specifically, Team D, have known, like, this guy has been king ever since you guys were alive.
Okay.
Gahun looks over at Alasun, and I just now am realizing how similar those names are.
Gahun and Alasun.
Volthrekun. Davinun. Anywho. He seems to give one long glance at the High Priest of Nord, and then you see him look over to Volthric. Volthric, for the first time ever, actually doesn't meet the king's eyes. In fact, he looks down almost slightly sheepishly.
I don't like this.
How does the orb feel right now?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
When during the entire game you think that Volfric is a top, and then you realize that he's a bottom.
Oh, damn! I got a 21.
You get a sense that the orb is definitely anxious being in this situation. Not just simply because you guys are so close to the Church of Nord right now, but it also just... You get a sense that there's something else here. Something that you've never really encountered before, but it just permeates the air.
I don't like that.
Don't like that. Oh.
Just cut to the gif of JonTron just going... I don't like where this is going.
Oh my god, sorry.
I was thinking more Michael Scott, but I see.
After a brief moment, Gahun steps closer to the edge of the balcony, and there is a railing there. He just kind of overlooks the crowd, and like all Goliaths, he is completely bald. He has no facial hair whatsoever, because that's a thing with Goliaths. However, he is just decked out in so much regal-looking bling that it is impossible to see that this guy is not, like, head honcho around here. He just kind of, like, puts out a hand and gives, like, a single wave, and all at once, the crowd goes silent. My people, the rumors that you have heard are indeed true. Our efforts to curb the dark tide of the wilds, while they have not taken over us yet, we have lost. Why is my background music not cooperating?
Somebody's getting fired tonight.
He's got like a goblin who's working like a disc jockey deck with massive speakers. Hello, Akeron, are you ready? Oh,
Can
man.
we talk about how Evan just stayed perfectly in character and I was living for it?
Can I also just say how I
Why
accidentally
music not
inadvertently
working?
created the most heavy metal setup ever? A medieval city, a balcony stage, and just a screaming crowd below you.
I just appreciate the fact that you just did not break.
You're the Goblin Knights! Welcome, Akeron!
Are you ready? And like one of the goblins has like kiss makeup. Anywho.
Sorry.
Let's say, where was I? Oh, like our efforts while they've been able to stem the dark tide of the wilds. As always, casualties will always be made. And through the gross negligence and lack of competence by the very warriors that we have trusted for so long, and you see him looking to Volthric as he says this.
Oh no.
We have lost one of our most beloved cities to a dark invasion from the ocean itself. You guys don't need to roll a history check for this. You know he's talking about the attack on Lunas.
Yeah.
You know, this is why I never liked the monarchy.
And it pains me to have to do this.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do,
But the
boy?
royal seat can no longer hold complete trust in the efforts of the Greyblades. For the longest time, they have been our sole protectors against the savage beasts of the lands below. However, this complete and utter failure has proven to us that the Greyblades cannot do this alone. And it is here that it is I, your king. It is my pleasure to announce that the Greyblades will no longer stand alone in these efforts against the forces of the wilds. At this moment, you see, almost dressed very extravagantly, just like the Pope, you see someone walking up to the railing. He is a very tall man. Not elderly looking, but he has very dark skin. And like complete white hair. You guys recognize this as a drow. And he seems to be wearing very regal purples and reds.
I can see Davina getting excited.
Because I think I know what's coming, but...
Yeah, she almost jumped that Drider boy in the tuxedo shop.
And you just see Ariel's just in there.
You know, Arios, you could talk to that guy. He'd probably teach you many
I'm not-
ways on
no, no,
tying
no,
knots.
Logan's just in the corner, just going.
I think I know what's
"There goes
happening.
The
but
neighborhood, just like grumpy as shit.
Can I just say, what a dick move of the king to just bring out the leader of the Greyblades up onto the balcony with him just to insult his entire organization in front of everyone. That is such a shitty thing to do.
Logan just has like a big old cigar in his mouth with like a big canister of meat in one hand, just grumpy as all hell, like standing in the corner, just like we're just doing just fine without the other interference.
You see that this drow figure has just this very proud smile, but he seems very polite, very respectful. He gives like a bow to like the Pope, the King. He even gives one to Volthric as well. He doesn't seem to give off any kind of hostile aura about him, so to speak. There's a lot of murmurs happening around you. It's at that moment that the king waves his hand again and the hush like falls upon the entire crowd. This here is Malakan, and he is the Grand Master of an organization that will supplement the Greyblades' efforts, and will also be the ones to keep the Greyblades in check as well. For so long, we've only ever had one organization work without any kind of restraint against the tides of the wilds. Not only will the Greyblades' efforts be given assistance, but we will utterly make sure that the Greyblades will stay in line, and that there will not be another Lunas. And you can see the king give Volthric another glare. After that, he gives one last glance to the crowd. This organization is known as the Sanctum, and you will all treat them with the same respect as the Greyblades. You will see many more of them working about the city, and outside of it as well. I have spoken. After that, you see
this is the way.
This is the way.
Good observation.
This is the way.
Good observation.
Fuck you, Nords.
After that, you see.
Wait.
Yes, Coco.
So what you're saying is that the king has essentially defunded the Greyblades.
Yes,
and
the king has
spread out-
defunded the Greyblades
and spread out the
Greyblades
finances around the community resources.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, that is clearly
Put,
not.
checks and balances for the
Ariel-
Greyblades.
This is all Ariel's doing.
You know what? I think Coco's okay with this.
I got something in my eye.
I got something in
I
my
got something in my eye.
I love all.
Jesus and just elbows Arios and goes, stop. But keep going.
I think Coco's okay with this idea.
First of all, I want to make a very clear declaration that is clearly not the real king. So,
What makes you so sure?
well, personally, I just think that's Nord in disguise, but that's just me. We'll see what happens.
You Nord.
Can I just point out that the Hemington in the chat goes, I sus the king is up to no good.
Out of nowhere, you just hear from like the way background from the forest area. Fuck you, Nord.
Everyone's just kind of like, what the hell?
Hello?
Oh yeah, did you know Beastmaster has a lot of theater experience? He knows how to project.
He really does, though. Like that big barrel chest. He knows it comes from the gut right here.
Yeah, you take away all of that hair, and he actually was the king of Siam in The King and I.
He's actually an exploud. He's actually an exploud in disguise. He could just like.
He is an exploud.
he just projects.
Oh my god, he is an exploud. Anywho,
my first instinct from seeing all this was that is Nord pretending to be the king, but so.
I mean, it would make sense because literally we have the Grand Master, Meister.
Yeah, Malakon.
Snow miser.
Malakon.
I am the snow miser.
I just watched that last night. But back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story. After that announcement, the king, with a flourish of his robes, like turns a 180 and walks back into the palace. Malakon actually seems to follow after the king. Alasun seems to take a different way down as he goes back to the church. Volthric, the last one to leave, you can see him, like, even from here, you could tell that the guy is not happy. However, he doesn't seem to make any kind of show or reaction, and slightly hanging his head, he makes his way, he turns around, and he walks back from the balcony. You don't see him come out of the palace just yet, but at this time, the crowd has now dispersed. You are all now free to return to the headquarters, walk around a bit. It's entirely up to you.
About the captain.
Logan goes down to the cafeteria. He must get
Can
drunk.
Can I go meet with Volfric?
I mean, would you want to?
I'm gonna give him the axe to prove to him that we did something right for once.
I don't know if this is the
We've done
time
multiple
for that.
things right. Thank you very much. We've killed gods.
Look, we're kind of in hot water now.
So here's an axe to make you feel better.
Davina, I'm sorry. As much as I want to see Volfric 2 right now, I can't help but feel like nothing we do at this point is going to prove away that the Sanctum should be taking over. Frankly, I would rather head back to the tower, to the Grayblade's headquarters, and just try to figure out what we should do from here.
Okay.
Personally, I want to punch the Pope in the face.
Just in general, right?
Yeah, boot you in the head.
As you all slowly make your way back to the headquarters, you actually do see Volthric. He suddenly is in the lobby. He somehow got in there before you all appeared.
How the hell does he do that?
He looks over at you all, and he takes his giant strides over to you, Group D.
Looks like you got what you wanted after all, Davina.
Before he says anything, he lets out a sigh, and then he gives a very calm but very tired smile.
Tough day at work, boss.
I got demoted.
No, you didn't get demoted. You just you basically went from legit police officer to rent-a-cop.
And y'all wondering why Logan's getting drunk right now.
Volthric kind of is able to muster a small smile for you all, and he just goes, "Despite the circumstances, it warms my heart to see you all alive."
If it makes you feel better, Master Volfric, we do have some good news.
I hand him the great axe, or whatever the axe is called. That's a tree.
Volthric is at first kind of shocked by this because from his point of view, you just pulled that axe out of fucking nowhere, and he actually kind of goes oh yes, that's a nice axe, Davina. Davina, what? How are you lifting that axe?
How are you doing this?
I've started
kind of hot.
Not to ask.
So much
you even
really
lift,
to be
bro?
hot.
Davina just starts lifting it.
Davina, you just start Davina, just for the sake of this, can you give me a strength check?
Yeah, I can.
And Arios is just looking at everybody, hands off.
Arios, you may not want to stand near that axe.
I got a 18.
You just start lifting this thing in front of Volthric, in front of everyone, and your biceps.
Get that cardio in, girl.
Yeah, your biceps and your traps are getting blasted right now.
Yeah, they are.
I handed to Volfric, and I was like, "Here, this. I guess I thought that you would be able to use this.
Volthric easily picks up the battle axe in one hand. He just kind of looks it over for a moment. Kind of like feels the blade.
I'm not very good at giving gifts.
Kind of like twirls it around a bit. And then effortlessly he's able to like, chink! He sticks it to his back.
It's a perfect fit! How did I know?
He then
A very good sugar mama.
he then reaches down with his giant hand.
It's banned!
And he gives, like, despite his massive size and the fact that he's wearing like a pure iron gauntlet, he gives like a very gentle head rub to the top of Davina.
Do I need plus
Good
12
girl.
inspiration?
He gives Davina the warmest of smiles, and then he smiles at everyone else, and he just goes, "Things are unfortunately gonna be changing around here.
What can we expect?
Figured.
Much less authority that we are going to have, much less pull when it comes to requesting aid and whatnot. The Sanctum, they're very much like us, but they go about things differently. Whereas we will draft all manner of warriors. The Sanctum seems to only believe in the powers of the arcane. And they go about very unorthodox ways of trying to help us. Beyond that, though, they have mainly remained not really all that much in the public eye. They've kept to themselves. So as to why the king has decided to sign them on to the war effort completely, unfortunately I cannot say, but I cannot speak out against the king. I am honor-bound, just as you all are to me.
Go, Mistral.
I was gonna say, Volthric, you cannot say because you do not know, or you cannot say because it's not your... You shouldn't tell us that it's the king who should tell us if...
Volthric just kind of gives you a look and he just says, yes.
Also, I think that's the first time you've ever talked to me, Mistral.
Also, I think that is the first time you've ever spoken to me, Mistral, so that's what you sound like.
Why do you sound like a stoner?
That's what you sound like.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about,
man?
I look at Volthric.
It's not here, man.
I look at Volthric and I say, "Do you still have the authority to hold private meetings in your office?"
That chamber is mine, and mine alone. If you
Then
wish
may
to...
Then may I request an audience?
You are more than welcome to all hold a meeting with me. However, let us hold that for a later time. You've all just recently come back. Take this time to rest and recover. A lot of people are going to be needing that. Yes, Arios.
So the sanctum, are we like so beneath them that if I happen to be able to pickpocket something off of one of them that I maybe should avoid, or would that maybe,
Davina, control your man.
Thing ever. What?
Is this something that Arios asked Volthric?
Please.
Yes, he legit does. He's not afraid of this.
And then Davina's like, honey, if you need money, I have it.
She's literally got all the money.
Yeah, but it's more of trying to find like...
Guys,
yeah, it's not about that.
It's about the principle of a thing.
It's about sending a message.
Guys, you don't know what they carry. It could be like...
Out of character.
Arios, I'm not trying.
Arios, I've grown quite fond of you, and I'm not trying to threaten you, but I used to kill men like you.
I would just like to point out that as you guys are having this little inner argument, Volthric is looking over you, just kind of confused as to what's going on. Because none of you stated that you step away from Volthric. He's been there this whole time.
I pull Arios away by the
No. I pull Arios back.
Master Volthric.
I tell Arios, ask your question.
Wait, before that, yes, Logan.
In the background, Logan walks behind them with like two ladies going to his room.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
During this whole conversation, he's gone to the bar, had enough mead, picked up two ladies, including that one lady, and walks back. Starts walking back to it.
I love that.
And he just like walks back. He starts like walking back to his room. They're taller than him too.
Oh yeah. Height means nothing to Logan.
Hands being on their waist.
Size matters not.
Waist or something like that. They're literally on their butts as he's walking back to their room.
Dude, Logan has pleasured Goliath women.
Yeah, he fucking has.
And they are quite literally 3 times his size.
Nice.
Anywho, Volthric. So Arios, what is your question?
That was my question. Would it be the worst thing if I were to, like, pickpocket maybe like a shiny object?
Volthric.
Would it be really the worst thing ever?
Do you know, like how in Sly Cooper when you try to grab,
Volthric gives you a very intense glare, Arios.
Arios, not.
However, he just kind of looks to the side for a moment, looks back down at you, and then finally kneels down to you. You're still not at eye level with him. You're
You'd have to get on his chest.
Yeah,
to be at eye level.
He'd have to lie down. He just starts kicking his legs up in the
Hello.
Hello. And he just simply goes, I, as the Grand Master and not Grand Master, the Lord Marshal of the Grey Blades, Bluefeeze is hosting us.
I, as the Grand Master, Bluefeeze is hosting.
I, as the Lord Marshal, will never condone such a blatant violation of the rules when it comes to the Grey Blades.
Arios is waiting for the butt.
That being said,
there's the butt.
I refuse to believe that the Sanctum is part of the Grey Blades. After that, he just kind of rises up, just gives you a little, and then he turns around and walks away.
Well, I was gonna ask. I think
he
I'm going
walks
to go
back to Polo.
Well, I was just gonna say.
Don't go yet.
I think I want to check on Anne Marie. Master Volthric, do you know where she is?
Anne Marie is currently at her post right now.
All right, I'll
So,
head that
like,
way.
right behind
Thank you,
them.
Master.
Yeah, literally right behind you guys.
Okay.
She heard
there you are.
everything.
Oh my god, Josh, Bubba's so cute. I really wish that there
Oh my
was
God.
a picture of him. God.
Polo, you see Anne Marie, your adorable pink-haired halfling girlfriend. Once again,
My waifu.
Your waifu, literally your waifu. She is handling the front desk like always, though obviously after recent events, she seems a lot more stressed than usual. But when she sees you, she gives a very oh god, I'm done with today kind of sigh.
I look over. I look at her and I say, I heard the news. Are you all right?
Yeah, we're fine here. But now we have to work with those kinds of people. I've heard rumors.
Wait.
Sanctum, not drow. Yes, the biggest plot twist in this campaign is that Anne Marie is a hardcore racist.
She's a giant racist.
She has a hood and everything. Real quick, Coco turns to Davina and kind of with his hand. So, what's with Polo and Anne Marie?
What is
Because
love?
again, he's new to this.
And I look at Coco and I just say, they're together.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I didn't want to assume anything.
Anne
Now that we
Marie.
got that out of the way.
Anne Marie gives you, Polo, a big hug, happy that you're okay. But then she pulls away, just kind of like rubbing her arms a bit, like it's like a coldness from nervousness and such. And she just goes, "I'm sorry, with all of the changes, I have to get back to my post. Look,
No, I understand.
Look, I heard that you wanted to try to have a meeting with Volthric. That's very good, but I don't trust the Sanctum. I've heard rumors about them. So it's weird why the king would ever say yes to this."
I mean, I kind of getting close and I speak very softly. I say, I don't think I trust the king very much.
Well, he's always been there and he's always helped us get this far.
Well, remember, I am a man of the crime world, so the royalty has never been much of a huge influence on me.
Bluefies says, "Just started creating my new character, a Goliath Ranger who carries a lampshade, and that's how he hides."
Aww.
That's funny.
Anywho, for the sake of expediency, because I have the perfect cutoff point before we hit our break, Volthric has retired back to his office, but he is expecting a meeting with Team D later. Taking Volthric's advice, you all go back to the mezzanine level, which has the tavern on it, and you all go to your regular table that you have sat at all this time. Food is brought to you. Good ale is brought to you as well. However, you see Atarax, as he is just like enjoying like the pleasant conversation as you all try to describe your next move. You see Atarax kind of stiffen up for a moment, and he just kind of looks around, and then he kind of looks over.
Atarax arc?
And all of you follow Atarax's eyes, and you see standing there a warrior, a very tall, human-looking figure. Troy, would you like to describe your character, please?
Well there.
Oh, man.
This, by the way, is a sword that keeps getting me banned from TikTok. It's fake. But standing over there is a 6'5" humanoid figure, rocking about 260. He's a big boy. You see basically a black leather sleeveless duster drape over black onyx half-plate armor. This duster, leather pelted, with chains dangling down the sides, small silver chains with a downed collar. The humanoid has long dark hair, almost black, mohawked, not unlike mine, mohawked off to the side, draped over, with a blade trimmed goatee, icy blue eyes. You see a pendant draped over his armor, just a black circle, contrasting Atarak's lighter holy symbol.
Atarax arc.
And he kind of gazes upon the group. I don't mean to interrupt. But,
Don't you just hate that song?
Jesse McCree.
This happened to be.
It's high noon somewhere in the world.
Come on, let him introduce
I'm more of a happy hour kind of guy myself, but this was a group I was looking for. May I have a moment of your time? I promise it'll be worthwhile.
And with that, we're gonna go on our break.
All right.
All right,
I'm
we'll
gonna take
be
my meds.
we'll be back in about like 10, 15 minutes ish, but then we will continue this story. See you then.
By the way, Troy, I miss you.
Miss you too.
Holy shit.
I enjoyed having Benedict and Mateus finally actually meet and have a bro off.
Oh god, it was such a tense
Okay,
blow-up.
guys.
And everyone was just like, oh my god, you're basically, it's one of those weird, like, I don't want to call it Narcos moments where it's like, your family has the enemy over for dinner. And it's just like, yeah, we're going to be pleasant right now for the sake of family.
Exactly.
Whatever happens, whatever business goes down is whatever business goes down. But,
Well, Kira actually DM'd me and was like, does Mateus know that Benedict's alive? And I was like, oh fuck. I didn't even think about that.
And then here
I was like,
so he just triple plays it like, wait, hold up. He's alive, he's out of jail, and he has a rap sheet that takes up a terabyte of HQ.
And he's married to my sister.
Oh yeah, you got that part of the piece too. So his Mateus is like, listen, I'm grateful, I admit these comments. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and there's a lot of like Mateus is like 5-year hiatus history that I could fill in, play into the family is family, business is business. The drama's where it comes in between, but he's core now. He's gonna take care of business. However that may come up.
Oh, aren't they cute?
Oh.
That's sweet.
Switch it from the damn chair to the player chair.
Gonna get a cavity, guys.
But yeah, right? It's so sweet. So, there's an old cliche that goes, man, they so sweet, they make your teeth rot.
I think I need to get root canal now. It's just too sweet.
But so yeah, that's been a fun season. This is kind of introduced him and then kind of see where he goes in, and then where season 3 goes, take it from there.
Season 3 is basically like I've been teasing. It's like this is where like real Dark Benedict comes out. Like he just witnessed the woman who he grew up with. Now he's just like he tried really hard to like be really good season 2, and it just didn't work out. So he's like, you know what? We're doing things my way again.
Which is really ironic. Matthias always had kind of fuck with anyone else's attitude, and now it's like,
Oh, it's just, yeah, it's good. Season 3 is this a dark season. I'm actually really excited to have Nova come out, like really come out. Because nobody in the demi world knows who Nova is. Nobody in the world at all knows who Nova is.
Nuts.
Oh my god, speaking of which, the fact that you had Nova come to Maleficent was just like, I was like, oh no, what did I do?
I'll be right back. I'll be using the restroom for a second. I'll be right back, guys.
She did the same thing to the Morgan. She was just like,
I was like, hold up, what's going on?
so
I was like,
chaos, darkness, and death. She's Annika's opposite.
I was like, because literally I was having Maleficent go, what in the hell is this child? And why is she all up in my business? Like,
that's
can't
what the
you
Morgan's
like
don't
not?
worry, she fangirls. Benedict, did I use that mortal saying correctly? I don't know.
Did I use that mortal saying correctly? That was my favorite part. Was did I use that mortal saying correctly?
You don't know.
I'm so confused right now. Why do I have What's the timeout corner in Demi?
Oh, it's for when if people are being too chaotic, Dizzy will put them in timeout until they calm down.
Hey, Leah.
Yeah, from what I've heard, the Chaos Corner does not have a good. I mean, the Timeout Corner does not have like a good reputation.
Yeah, I can put people on the timeout corner too.
How do you know we're all back?
All right, and we are back from our little break. So hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 32 of The Wanderer.
Yeah.
That is the name of the chapter, the
Yay.
campaign of Song of the Wilds. So, picking up where we left off, this dark-clad warrior has introduced himself to you.
I don't think I have my name.
Well, he was about to, but he mostly just kind of described himself and approached the group. Continue.
Well, it depends. What's your name?
Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is called Marcus Adamar, High Count of Archester. Seeing as you guys just returned, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys from your rest, but may I have a moment with you all?
That's up to our team. Do you guys
Fine by me.
have a moment?
I have no quarrels.
Do you have cookies?
Oh my god.
I could buy you a whole bag.
Harsha, what is up with you today?
Wait, what did you mean by that? You could buy a whole bag and then some.
Yeah, I feel like cookies aren't that
Marcus
expensive.
literally just tosses a pretty decently sized bag of coin right onto the table.
Okay, because I figured you wouldn't say that without having a point.
You know,
So that's why
that's really, really sweet, but we don't really need money.
She is the money.
I just want
My name is Davina Belmaris.
Oh, shit.
Count Marcus, you do recognize the name of Balmaris, and you actually recall, and you've actually come across this name. I'm not going to give any context to anyone here, but Count Marcus is the only one that will understand this. The Balmarises was a former client of yours, and
Don't like that.
and you remember that the Balmarises was one of the most richest families in the civilized region.
Marcus kind of looks up Davina up and down for a moment, and he says, He's speaking Celestial.
Oh, wow.
Gesundheit, good
He
sir.
just said, of course, those like us don't do this for the coin.
You're right, we don't. She says it back in Celestial.
Thank you for pointing that out, because I was going to say you just respond in common.
And Arios is just like looking back and forth and like,
And those
I
who
didn't
get kind of
understand
those who gotta get a better look at the light realize Marcus's skin kind of two tones. He's not human.
Hold on. Are you an Asimar too?
In a way, of sorts.
In a way.
I feel like that's like not like a variable. You either are or are. I feel like that.
Hey, there's
I
half
mean,
elves,
I
there's
won't
half
push it. I won't
orcs.
push
You don't
it.
know what's out there.
Yeah,
You know, to answer the question more plainly, yes, I am. We may be of different types, but we're of definitely similar bloodline. Not familial, but racial. You know what I mean.
I would just like to point out that at this time, Arios is giving Count Marcus like some serious stank eye.
Arios, honey, it's okay.
Count Marcus, you see off to the side this rather small, lithe-looking air genasi boy in very nice adventuring bard garb, and he is just like glaring at you.
Arios, it's fine. We're just talking.
Hey, my man, how about them cookies, huh?
No, good sir. I think it's a very important question to ask. What are your allegiances?
Mm-hmm. That's a very good question indeed.
My allegiances.
At the very mention of allegiances, Atarax slowly gets up from his chair, and you all guys notice that he has not taken his eyes off of this man for a moment. And he just has this look of almost kind of fear and confusion. And he just goes, I think more to the point is, how exactly did you find us?
Adarax is looking at him like that. I don't like him.
If
Yeah,
Dathrax
I'm
don't like him,
siding
I
with
don't
the
really know
Dragonborn.
because he's the purest being. So
I'm gonna side with
All the
dragon.
cookies in the world will not help you here, my friend. I'm giving you all the dirty looks.
all the cookies in the world.
Well, from a practical sense, my allegiance is my own. I am a high count. I basically am. I'm not part of my army. I am my own army. But, and he looks over to Adarax. I too serve someone higher than me. They might have influenced me. In fact,
It'd
they
probably help if I
practically slapped me in the face to say, "Come here."
And again, just to point out, just as Count Marcus has directed, his pendant, his holy symbol, and Adarax's holy symbol look almost identical. However, while Adarax's is white, Marcus's is black.
Indeed. So,
Interesting.
call divine intervention, call opportunism. God, no, there was enough opportunism going on today. Makes a head spin, but nonetheless, I bring an opportunity to you all.
Sorry,
If
my phone
I may
just
have that moment.
finished updating. I apologize.
If I may have a moment to explain.
I mean, I feel like we should, but Adarax, you're not comfortable with this.
No, I just... You know, let's hear what he has to say first. And then still without taking his eyes off of Count Marcus, he slowly, very slowly, gets back in his chair.
You see, the higher being I serve has given me great notice not to trust the sanctum. In fact, I am almost commanded by my higher being to find answers. Find out who the sanctum is. Find out why they're here. Find out what they're about. And trust me, my friends, when the proverbial god of death says, find answers about the sanctum, you can take notice. No, I'm just one man. I'm just one sword. I'm just one blade. I'm just one pocket. I could definitely use another set of eyes, another set of minds, another set of hands, and surely other sets of weapons.
Can I do
Yes.
an insight check?
I'm sorry, did you say the god of death?
Yeah, that's what I picked up on as well.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
You betrayed me like twice today.
Then use a different die!
No, I know, that's what I did. I got a 13.
Sounds very truthful. Sounds very convincing. Right.
Yeah, he sounds actually pretty legit.
Well, he seems to be laying all his cards on the table if he's just going to out and out mention the god of death.
Is that who you serve?
Yes.
What master do you serve? What am I supposed to say, Jesus?
I serve the god of honorable death. But my
Okay.
God believes death should
That's
not
why
be.
Adarax is so uncomfortable.
At that moment, at the very mention of Null, the Null is the name of what Marcus refers to as the god of death. Adarax once again kind of looks down at his holy symbol, back up at Marcus, and he goes, "Interesting. And I follow Ishtar, the goddess of life." And at that moment, both of their pendants for a brief moment, glow at the exact same moment. And then the glow goes away.
I think that's just a coincidence.
Like, is there just gonna be, like, any more gods that I have found out about, like, 3 different new gods in the past
Hey,
2 day and a half.
Coco, I think you need to learn. Coco, I think you need to learn that when you're in this group, don't expect anything to make sense, or like don't expect to not learn new things. That you're gonna learn new things.
I would just like to
know,
I
but
would
just like the sheer quantity in like a day and a half. It's a tad overwhelming.
5 days, because it took us about 2 days to get to Aspen, and then it took us 2 days to get back.
Yo, my friend, do I need to buy you a drink? Take a shot of whiskey, something like that. Kind of take the edge off.
A robot.
That lost its effect ages ago.
I would just like to point out.
You a shot of oil.
I would just like to point out in the chat that the Hemington says that Troy sounds like a politician.
Oh God! Do I sound like? Oh my God! I think I sound like by accident. I sound like Armstrong from Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising, because he was the main
Nanomachine, son.
I also agree with the Hemington that Logan's reactions are hilarious, because I just keep looking to you every single time something funny happens, and it's just...
What? Because
I just want to believe Logan is always just like in the room while we're in like the Greyblades hall, just like eavesdropping and just laughing.
Oh no, he's busy doing a threesome right now.
Actually,
like,
I can hold on. I can give a Logan update. It's been like what, quite a few minutes since this has been going on.
It's been like a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, Logan's back down now in the mess hall. The women have like.
And that didn't take long.
He's walking in with them, and they just disperse, and he just sees that there's a new ass somewhere, and he just goes, all right. It's just like wanders over to give himself a new thing of need.
One question, for Lord's sake, did Marcus see those two before?
No. Logan walked away with them before Marcus arrived, but you did see Logan walk back out with very, very exhausted looking women with just these most satisfied smiles on their faces. who look like they just have like run a marathon.
Marcus looks over to the tender over there, just kind of eyes tender, eyes Logan, taps his own shoulder and nods, and then turns back. Meaning it's a hand signal to the tender. Whatever he buys, I'm buying it. Put on my tab.
Game recognized game.
Pretty much. Oh God, yes. We even get to that part, but yes. I mean,
Logan's written books on the subject.
They're in like the Greyblades like library. You just need to find them. They're under Logan Metalclaw.
Fair enough.
Wonder what he uses.
It's detachable. You can put like so many different things on it. Is there a
vibrate setting?
Why wouldn't there be?
Okay, come on. We gotta get back on track here.
Dial back in.
Okay, so yeah, Atarax, pendants, glowing, sits back down. You worship Null.
With that said, yeah, the second point is still on the table. Look, I know.
Yeah, fat sack of gold on the table.
What's Davina, and Tom points back to Davina. It's like, we ain't here for coin. We do this for other purpose. But
I mean,
as a professional to another professional, considering the Greyblades just got defunded, I would be more than happy to for some funding back into the mix. But for paid service, of course.
Yeah, Sarios.
Arios just get up on the table and like sit, like hold the, like curl up with the bag.
Oh my.
Sweetie, you don't have to do that. We can do that anytime. Davina has all the money.
But this is a business proposition. looks at the kid just like I said, a business proposition.
I love how everybody thinks he's a kid.
Yeah, it makes Davina a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a bit concerning when it comes to Davina.
I was about to go over to Volker and get a recommendation myself. He doesn't look like he's having a good day. I don't blame him. I figured I'd just go where my instincts tell me. And call divine intervention, but they drew me to the legendary group D.
We're legendary, guys. Guys, we're legendary.
If anyone told me anything about a hunch, I'd say somebody probably assigned you the name, but the innuendo couldn't be passed up. I wouldn't have changed it either.
It's certainly easy to remember.
They call themselves a big D.
Also, Polo, it does seem like we are wanting the same thing to get answers from the of what the sanctum is truly about.
You're not planning to trap us in some weird alternate dimension labyrinth, are you?
I wish I had that ability, but my
because we've done that already, and I don't want to go through that again.
You two, that's a pain in the ass, isn't it?
I know, it's awful. I hate it.
Wait, wait. In the chat, we got now daddy money. Now a daddy money bags. Davina's got competition.
Mommy and a daddy money bag.
There ain't no competition.
At the mention of a wizard's labyrinth, Polo and Count Marcus, you both kind of go off on a small tangent where you recount the story of trying to break into the wizard's manor, where you find all manner of like a hallway of horrors and such. And then
I was talking about Green Eye.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is the Green Eye story.
Oh, okay, all right.
Where you found all manner of horrors and abominations. Where you found
Super Mario.
And Super Mario.
Yeah.
Where you found like a massive wizard's vault where you found the most powerful legendary items ever, which you unfortunately were not able to obtain. But it's also where you found you didn't quite know why it was so important and why Ario seemed so keen on throwing it down the hallway. But you also mentioned how you found a strange deck of cards,
right?
Like in that vault.
It was a deck of, one could say many things. Like, you know.
Didn't like it. I got a weird feeling. So
Oh my
I
God.
just yeeted it.
I know this can't happen, but I would love for Marcus to go like, oh yeah, this deck right here, right?
No!
You know, he has a plain deck in his jacket pocket. He's actually a card player.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
That's when we learned that Count Marcus was one of those two guys that got locked in the hallway when you threw the deck in. But no, he has his own backstory.
Both me and Ario seduced.
He has his own backstory. Don't worry.
Similar, but not the same.
Yeah.
It's just one of his many things he's done.
I still think that would have been really
going through the coins in
That
the
would be
bag and
hilarious.
just looking through them and.
Arios, you gnaw on a solid gold coin. It is legit. Like this guy actually seems very good for his money.
I'm a count after all.
Can I take Atarax on an aside?
What?
All right, Polo, you grab Atarax and you walk a couple ways away from the table. And what's going on?
Well, I would just want to ask him. He does seem on the up and up, but I want to know straight up, what made you so worried about him?
I worship Ishtar, the goddess of life, the one who holds the sanctity over all that live and breathe. I'm not sure what you might think, but from what I feel, he represents the end of things. Like the opposite of everything that I hold dear. And for him to so blatantly just walk up to us, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
Anorex, I'm sorry to tell you this, but we hold a new god in our possession. I can't I think that's a very good sign that we are reaching the end of things no matter what.
And both Atarax and Polo, just like they have like a 2-person huddle and they do like this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like glance back at the group, pull back. It's just very strange. I've only ever held my goddess as the one who holds power over life, but to know that there's a second one like me and yet not like me, it's something I never thought could exist.
I'm not asking you to give up your religion. And frankly, I don't 100% trust him, but I don't have a reason to not trust him.
Just keep him at arm's length.
I always do. I always do.
At that, the white dragonborn and the blue-skinned tiefling finally... by the way, Atarax is the dragonborn and Polo is the tiefling. They both break and they come back to the table. Atarax just kind of looks at everyone, looks back at Count Marcus and goes, "If you wish to offer your assistance so that we may learn more about the sanctum, you will get no complaint from me."
Meanwhile, Eda's just sitting there like, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, I can really only do so much, and my brain is like burnt out, man.
You're okay, hon.
Question.
Yes, Coco.
Can I do a history check to see if I've heard of Count Marcus at all?
Yeah, roll a history check.
16.
The name...
Do you have a gift?
The name has actually come up quite a few times. You have heard stories about this one possible noble from a far-off city called Arkchester. And you know about Arkchester. It's a far-off city way to the east, and it's another like small metropolis like Lunas, except this one seems to be more in like flat plains than on a beach. Another city of primarily nobles, and you have heard stories about one such noble, a count, more specifically, who hasn't really made himself known for, his title and his riches and such, but he has made a reputation as being a solo professional monster hunter. Case in point.
Credits.
Hell of a resume.
Wait a minute, I have a question
For me or Marcus?
for you. Mr.
Okay.
DM. Since he's a count, is there a chance he was ever at one of the Balmaris parties?
Davino, you roll me a history check.
That'd be really, really funny. Like, Davina knows
Hey,
just
can
everything.
I do a history check?
You can give Davina advantage in this case.
Advantage, Davina. Do you remember things?
Like as Mistral.
I'm helping.
As Mistral and Davina try to recall like various past events, you kind of have a little back and forth of like, oh, there was this one party. Oh yeah, there was this other party. You realize you had a lot of parties in your lives.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh, I thought you were about to say like 32, and I was gonna be like, what the fuck?
You know all history.
you know Marcus in a creepy way.
You know his blood type. You know what side of the bed he sleeps on. You know his Ashley Madison password. You know his.
Oh my god.
You know when he's right-handed. You know when he's left-handed. You know when he wants to switch.
I can't.
You went there.
I regret.
You know all of his kinks, all of them.
All of them.
Wait,
do I even know of? Yes, that one as well.
Yes, maybe no catalogs. Like,
And Arios would just be sitting there like, honey, like you got some explaining to do.
Meanwhile, as Davina just remembers all of this, like from Davina's perspective, you're like seeing like the wormhole of light from 2001: A Space Odyssey of like pure information about Count Marcus. Everyone else, you just see Davina like
astral project.
No, that's non-canon.
She good? She good?
Davina, the real answer for your 22. It's kind
Dirty
of
20.
Dirty 20. Still very good. You actually do recall the name of Count Marcus that has come up in some conversation once or twice. Same thing as what Coco thought. A noble who decided one day to just get his hands dirty and just start being a solo monster killer. However, with your background in nobility, and with a dirty frickin' 20, you actually now recall that in all of, like, the galas and the parties and, like, any reason you've been at another person's house or they've been at your house, there's never been a Count Marcus. This guy seems to have made an effort to actually stay out of gatherings such as that.
Seems kind of sus.
Hey, Davina, look
Yes,
at
Miss
me, look at my eyes.
Look at me, boy. Look at your father. Look at me.
Look at me, now look back at him. Now look at me, and now look at him. Now look at me.
You're not Logan.
No,
You're not Beastmaster. That's Beastmaster.
Yeah,
Now look at your god. Now look back at me. Now look at your god. Now look back at me. Unfortunately, your god is not to me.
That wasn't Terry Crews.
That's Terry Crews.
The goddess of nature is too powerful to let this commercial end!
This took a turn I did not expect. All right.
I'm sorry, neighbors.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah, we live in a city of bars. We're
I was
fine.
about to say, you hear Jessica from the cupcake store like across the way. It's okay, guys.
Anyways, Davina, are you sure you don't recall anything?
Davina,
what we spoke about earlier, no.
Oh God. You know, I'm just gonna sit back in my chair.
No,
Miss-
I don't remember anything at all.
Mistral kind of reclines back in her chair, munching on a cookie.
Actually, it's a piece of bagel this time.
It's a piece of bagel. Still one of Mistral's creation.
No,
Logan
Mistral, I don't.
Logan
I don't
has gotten
recall
his
anything.
breakfast.
What
He
I
has his big
tell you,
plate.
it's
He has to refuel. He looks back at
Hard blood.
and he just nods, knowing that his meal has been paid for. He just nods and goes and sits down.
I cheers back with my bagel. I'm like,
He's still wearing the necklace, by the way, of the thing that you gave him.
Aww.
He's still wearing it.
that's so cute.
Arios is just holding on to the bag of gold, but still glaring at the
I
counter.
look at Arios and I say, "Darling, we're gonna have to talk about this after."
Arios doesn't trust royalty. That's been established.
I'm well aware, but
I'm very well aware.
Davina, stop it.
How would you be
Davina,
very
no,
well
bad
aware,
Davina.
sir?
No biscuit.
Wait,
No
what,
biscuit.
Arios, what did you say?
I was gonna say the count made a mention of being very well aware. Should I
Oh,
make my
where?
own history check here?
oh shit,
Should I be making my own history check here,
do it,
Mr. DM?
fucking do
Wait,
it.
what exactly are you trying to recall in this regard?
Based on your background, fucking do it.
Based on my background, should I make a recall of if I know anything about this count?
Give me just a moment to recall what your backstory is.
Arios was a slave, just like Davina was.
Okay,
In
then yeah,
many,
go.
many royal homes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a history check.
It'd be a 19, sir.
Specifically with what?
Yeah,
Man.
this man.
Specifically with what you are trying to remember, Arios, you've never heard of Count Marcus before. You see, Count Marcus, you see the small air genasi man. Seem to.
It's a boy man.
You
Little
see,
man.
you see the small man, seemingly relax his posture a bit, but he doesn't let go of his stank eye.
Trying to think. Does my friend? I understand. I get it. The high class, they can be dirty, and I ain't talking about literally. I'm talking about figuratively. But the job is real, and the money you hold is real. Buying on the up and up, there's half a dozen of you, one of me.
I can
And
see
the
you
gray
can
blades.
Anything goes out here, I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna rob you. Mario's just like hops off the table with the bag of gold. And just
He actually he says, "Bring it on," but he says it in thieves' camp.
Oh.
Not another one. Not another rogue.
Okay, so Arios, with your roguish backstory, you hear this semblance of code that is uttered from Count Marcus's mouth. As soon as you make mention that you are gonna run off with those coins, you just hear him say, "Accept." To everyone else, he's just saying the word accept. But to you, being a rogue, you know the secret code talk that is thieves' cant. And you realize that he basically just said, "Bring it on, you little bitch." To everyone else, you have no clue what he just said.
Like your tone of voice, sir.
I like him. I like him.
I'm liking this tension. Keep going.
What
I
is
don't know
this?
what's going on here.
What is
but I'm
this?
gonna
What are
act
you
like
guys
I do.
doing?
Friends. Have you not seen Friends?
No.
There are two
It's
ways
the-
of saying F you and Friends. There's
This.
and then there's this.
There's actually three. If
That's
you take
three.
in
That's
Joey's
right.
account.
There's the sign language one.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's something we're doing.
Gotcha.
Marcus does nods like, I like him. Nonetheless, the offer stands. Could hire you all out, help me investigate the sanctum. And if they have something we have to stop, help me stop them. Consider me an employer of the Grey Blades, if it makes you feel better.
An employer?
It actually
Fine,
just
how
makes
else?
me feel better that we're gonna go after the sanctum, and if I can possibly, steal some shiny shit, I'm good.
Do you have any
Weren't
rocks?
we looking for a reason to go after the sanctum anyways?
Hold on. I have a very important question. Do you have any rocks?
No, I'm mean, but I could find some. What kind of rocks are you looking for?
Rocks.
We're a ragtag bunch of people, aren't we?
Mistral's moving her way up to cocaine now.
No, absolutely
It's a
not.
gateway drug,
Do not.
No.
Do not put that into the air.
Well,
That
I
is
sense an
wrong.
addiction, but I don't think it's.
Do you see these pretty rocks? They are my rocks.
He scrunched his nose because he was about to get his nose snapped off with the freaking. Actually, they do look beautiful. Were you looking for material to make more of those?
No. I want you. Can we, Mr. DM? Feel free to say no to this idea, but I want to give this thing. Whatever. I want to give you 5 minutes to go outside and find me a rock, and I will tell you yes or no if we're gonna do anything with you.
Oh my god!
Are you looking for your dice again?
No, I thought I
that's,
had a rock in here.
No,
Yeah.
babe, you don't. We
Can you give me-
have a seashell that I painted gold for when I was Vanessa.
Can you give me 10?
Hold on, I will find the rock.
She's just
Can you give
telling
me
you to
two-
go outside.
I
Find
am
them.
And I was
disappointed.
talking about like outside in game.
Yeah.
But,
No.
Real life is cool too.
I don't
Take me
have rocks
outside,
on me.
How about
I'm
that?
confused as to why you're actually going outside.
Look, Arios knows what's up. Thank
Yeah.
you for the rock. That goes into
They
my
want him
box.
to find a rock, not you.
That's why I said, can I get 10 in character?
Pretty blue rocks. I love pretty blue rocks.
This is the benefits of the southern accent, is because you guys can differentiate
Well,
me
I totally
in and out of
misread that.
characters.
Yeah, I
No,
was
so-
talking about in game, sir.
Yeah, so like I said, the benefit of the southern accent, as bad as it is, sorry for my Louisiana viewers, is that in character and out of character is really easy to distinguish.
Yes, very easy.
Can you give
Mr.
me 10
Southern
minutes?
Boy. This is what Mistral requests of the Southern Boy.
Can you give me 10 minutes, and can you see you got my collateral? I will be back.
All
He will take
right.
his coins.
All right. So Count Marcus, you.
Roll for it?
I'm gonna buy it. What are you talking about? Our shop's still
You
open.
a pretty rock.
You just go out into the freaking courtyard. That's where Mistral got half her rocks anyway.
Lies,
so does
Davina. You
Marcus
weren't watching me at 3 a.m.
Does Marcus see rocks before he goes towards any sort of shopping area?
There are. Well, the thing about the city of Akeron is that all of the roads are not like cobblestone or anything. There's no dirt here. There's like some areas where someone made little like how you kind of see in like cities like Chicago, there's little spots on the sidewalk and such where they have like these little fixtures where someone manually put soil and they grew things and such. So you might be able to find a couple rocks here or there. But the fact remains is that all of the walkways and roads of Akeron are all made of metal.
So he's either gonna have hunt it down, and if he can't find it, he's gonna have to buy it.
Yeah, most likely.
Tom, you
So
can spend
AI.
So here's what we'll do. Count Marcus, you quickly rush yourself outside. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh God. Oh boy. 11.
You actually do find some spaces where they have like these little soiled areas where someone's planted like trees and flowers and whatnot. And while you are able to find like pebbles, you haven't found anything that's even bigger than like the size of a pea.
Okay, I'm gonna have the. I'll snag that pea-shaped rock. I'll snag the smoothest looking, arrowhead-looking pea-shaped rock you can find.
All right, awesome. With that being your chosen piece, you make your way back into the headquarters. Make your way back up to the table. It took you a good solid, like, let's say, like 7 minutes to find, like, this little arrowhead pea-sized stone. And, you take it to Mistral.
Would you like me to clean it for you?
Yeah, I don't want a dirty rock in my box. Like, what the hell?
I can't believe this.
That's what she
Server, can I get a shot of vodka, a glass of water, and a that'll be it.
The bartender gives you kind of a strange look, like, huh, haven't heard that one before. And then he actually gives you just that.
Marcus takes out a rag, he dips the rock into the vodka to act as like a solvent or soap, rubs, and then dips it into the water, rinses it, dries it, hands it.
Mistral, you are given a very shiny looking arrowhead shaped rock. It is rather small though, but it is it's glistening in the light of the room.
Mistral kind of like holds it up and is like looking, trying to like, inspect it.
Roll me an investigation check, Mistral.
Let me get a dice. Here we go. Open. I got an 18.
This little stone, as far as you can tell, is very well polished. Like, this guy did an amazing job, and from the kind of skill that he showed off, he actually, you suspect that he's done this before. And any kind of little imperfections that you might see seem like they were there long before he messed with it. And then you drop it and it breaks.
No, I didn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, I didn't do that. That was all out of character, what you just saw. Now I'm in character. I see. You have some taste.
I'd like to think so.
I don't know, guys. Now it's up to you. I say let's go for it. I mean, I got a nice new rock.
I'm sorry that took you 10 minutes to find a rock. I apologize.
No, it was all needed. We wanted to know if he would be able to, if we would be able to trust him. If he was that willing to go get me a rock. There's a lot about a person. I've never seen him get me a rock before.
All right, I say we go for it.
All right.
Hands off my lady and we're fine.
I have no qualms.
Make sure you share that gold, right?
I mean, Davina.
I just said hands off my lady. That's all I care about.
At the moment that everyone seems to finally be in agreement to allow Count Marcus to join the party, you hear a poof, and then all of the sudden, popping right out of the backpack is the green owlbear, who just seems to manifest out of the backpack, does a little front flip, and then lands right on his butt, right in front of Count Marcus, and just kind of looks up at him.
At first, Marcus is like, "Aw, how you doing, little guy?"
The owlbear, like, turns his head like a complete 180, showing more of his owlness to the party as he just kind of looks back over at you, looks back at Count Marcus. The owlbear just kind of leans in and sniffs you a little.
Can I look at Marcus and say, "We'd like to introduce you to Master Eden's pet."
Does the pet got a name?
Groggy.
Rogie?
Do I insight check that?
No, that's non-canon.
Okay.
No, no.
Inside joke. Inside joke. Okay.
His name is Groggy.
I was actually trying to like deceive him so he doesn't figure out the owlbear
if you're being serious,
Yeah.
then yeah, you do a deception check on him.
I'll roll
Alright.
insight for fun.
Or no, I do a deception check and then he tries to outsmart
Yeah,
me,
he
right?
needs to roll deception first.
Rogi, is that you?
Ah, shit, a 12.
Well, I'm rolling insight then.
Yeah, you're rolling insight on a 12.
All right, let me use my blue marble. 13.
Oh, shit.
Damn it! What is the point of having a +6?
I have a +4 insight. It was, I got lucky.
You hear him call the little owlbear Groggy. The owlbear seems to like turn at Polo, then looks back at you, and just goes. You suspect that he might have just thought of that name just on the fly. You just because you only rolled just barely higher than him, all you get is just a very faint gut feeling that that is not the creature's name. But you get more of the indication that they just gave him that name because they just don't care.
Oh, they just pull it out of their ass.
They just literally pulled that name out of their ass, not like they're trying to hide anything. They just pulled a name because they needed a name.
Marcus is just
Thanks for
gonna nod
backing
here,
me up on that one, guys. By the way.
Right.
I was letting you go.
His name is
found a
Mushu.
new. You know what? Like,
Excuse me.
Beardite is a.
Wait, guys, hold on. Carly was saying something.
I did.
What did you?
I backed you up on that.
Could have used advantage.
You just repeated the name.
I said yes, he is Eden's pet. His name is Grogu.
Oh. Grogu?
And that's why I was in a bed.
We have many names for him.
You know, we all speak to him individually. You know,
Yeah.
it's all about. We can't agree on a name, so that's why he's confused anytime we say.
Okay,
and
and I think the reference is lost on Izzy. It's from The Mandalorian. So
I mean,
that
figured since
Grogu,
there's
got it.
yeah.
a baby Yoda on the screen right now, it's what I figured.
Well, that baby Yoda's name is Carl, named after his godmother.
Right.
Anyway, at that moment, with the owlbear now suddenly out on the table, as if on cue. Actually, hold on. Let me choose different music. This is like horror music here.
Yeah, it's kind of vibing with it, honestly.
Times are scary right now, you know?
All right, here we go. Oh, this is so much better. And this is actually going to be perfect. So, with the little owlbear, Groggy, as he apparently has been named now.
I was calling him Grogu.
No, that's copyright. We can't use that.
We don't want Disney's lawyers down on
I'm
us.
sorry.
Trust me.
Disney would sue the shit out of us.
Disney and Nintendo both have some really vicious lawyers with nothing to do.
And we'll probably rename him at some
Hashtag
point
free
too.
melee. Hashtag free melee, by the way.
I'm tired.
Hashtag
I
free
worked
melee.
all day. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
At that moment, don't worry, we're almost done here. At that moment, you see the little owlbear looking between the party and Count Marcus, and you see him just give like a little happy chirp, and his feathers in his fur just kind of fluff up a bit. Almost in response, a small orange fox pops out of Eden's backpack. Oh my god, we have a fox!
Oh my god!
A small orange fox pops out of the backpack as well. Just kind of walks a little circle around the owlbear before it too now looks up at Count Marcus. It too kind of tilting its head towards you. And in its own little foxy way, it seems to kind of smile at you for a moment. And then, after that, in response, Atarax's pendant lights up. And you see, slowly kind of coming out of it, what looks like a glowing white dove.
Oh.
A dove that's just made out of pure white light. It just kind of flutters about for a moment and lands right on Atarax's shoulder. It just kind of coos at everyone for a moment, and then over at the owlbear and Axel, the fox, and then turning its gaze over to Count Marcus. Count Marcus's pendant now glows in a black-purple color, and you see a large crow come out of his pendant and land on his shoulder as well. Raven.
Yes! So, does anybody else have any friends that they were just like, you know, just let us know now? Just, like...
I mean,
This is the first time this ever happened to Marcus.
I should have told Anne Marie I loved her.
Count Marcus, for you've had visions of this raven, but this is the first time that it is actually manifested, like, in the open.
He actually does look genuinely like the fuck.
And however, at the mention of Mistral saying, does anyone else have any other friends that they'd like to mention? Somehow, taking that as on cue, your backpack bursts into flames, and a giant fireball rockets out of the backpack as Fire Fur, the giant elephant-sized griffin, just appears and roars in the middle of the tavern. All of the Grey Blades are like, "What the hell?" And they like all pull out their weapons.
I would like to say all but Logan. Logan just sits there and just looks over with his cup of mead and just goes, "Fucking group team, dude."
It's okay.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone else have any secret or fantastic powers they'd like to?
So Miss Jones is like, "Oh, right, you're here, guys. Where is this? My friend. You can just
Just use his real name.
You can chill now. You can just go chill."
Doesn't Coco have a robotic dog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Goddard just peeks his head.
Yeah,
out
a
from under the
robot dog just kind of waddles out from behind Coco.
This is turning into terrible fan fiction. I just want to say,
I don't get paid enough for
All
this.
of a sudden has a cat out of nowhere. Okay, when did this cat get here?
Meanwhile, Polo's looking wistfully away, like, I really wish I could have gotten White Fang.
Oh!
Imagine White Fang in this scene.
He just plops down onto the table.
And that's when Logan just goes over and just goes, "That's a good boy."
With all of these strange entities gathered around, it is certainly a very strange occurrence, but yet somehow you get the feeling that, yeah, this could actually work out. It's time to finally figure out the mystery that is the Sanctum, and we are going to end our session there tonight.
Next time.
Nice.
Thank you.
We have officially started the guest arc of Count Marcus, and this arc is actually going to be slightly bigger than normal because the Sanctum is not a small organization. And I would also like to say, congratulations, guys! You all made it to level 10.
Oh my god! Thank God.
Yeah.
Coco gets to finish his project tonight.
The bard or the rogue?
What was the kill strike that made you guys level up? We popped our Pokemon out? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
By your Pokemon combined.
You have reached level 10.
Jeez.
My hit points went to over 100.
I can learn more spells. Oh my god, guys!
Is it because you took that tough feat early on? That tough feat, though.
This is embarrassing,
right?
Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. Liam, what is it?
Okay, were we supposed to be at level 9?
Yes.
Yeah, now you're at level 10.
I was at level 8 this whole time.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Well, super upgrade for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Get on it.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing I'm a really weird strategist in these battles. Otherwise, I probably would have been screwed.
That is what kept you alive.
Well, I thought Tiger Woods is the only one who's supposed to golf with a handicap. Jesus.
All right, guys. For those of you watching, thank you so much for joining us on Chapter 32, The Wanderer, for Song of the Wilds. I would like to give a special shout out to Mezwit for being a new follower of the Twitch channel. Mezwit, you are the official MVP. I would also like to. It looks like congratulate our friend Briar Graveyard for giving us. It looks like she used 100 bits for a special comment. So yeah, thank you for doing that as well. Once again, like always, these episodes will be uploaded on YouTube sometime later this week. And closer to next weekend, we will be announcing when we will be having our next session. Most likely Sunday at 7, but you know, we always like to be sure. With that being said, thank you so much for joining us on this nice little arc, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.